life, but this one takes the cake. Sat in front of my camera, started streaming the game. Next thing I know, I've got friends all around the world. Straight been the girl who I know I'll grow. I never saw this coming, no, I never imagined. They said you'll never be anything special in this world. Well, guess what? The joke's on them because I'm in a new world. They'll never leave the small towns and little places that are stuck in the ground. No, they'll never see the faces, and I can't live that way. So I packed up and moved far away from home. Yeah, I've grown up, mama, I did something different. I overcame the odds, most of it was disappointment. But see, I've changed my tune. Now I support myself, I'll do anything I put my mind to. I did something different, I overcame the odds, most of it was disappointment. But see, I've changed my tune. I'll do anything I put my mind to. Well, some try to say that it's hard to progress. Well, I'll beg to differ because I found the best people to teach me how to do it greater. People who remind me that I'm doing better. I've never seen such a change inside of me where I feel like I've come out of hiding. People say fear is the key to success, and I'm here to tell you that I'm crapping my pants. I never understood how people can love you, especially when they've never met you. But somehow they have changed my point of view. I'll spread love until it's an issue. Yeah, I've grown up, mama, and it's something different. I overcame the odds, most of it is disappointment. But see, I've changed my tune. Now I support myself, I'll do anything I put my mind to. I did something different, I overcame the odds, most of it is disappointment. But see, I've changed my tune. I'll support myself, I'll do anything I put my mind to. You never know what will happen when you log into see. No, you never know who you're gonna meet. You never know what will happen when you log into see. No, you never know who you're gonna meet. Yeah, we've grown up, mama, we're doing things different. We overcame the odds, most of it was disappointment. But see, we've changed our tune. Now we support ourselves, we'll do anything we put our mind to. I did something different, I overcame the odds, most of it was disappointment. But see, I've changed my tune. I'll do anything I put my mind to.
Take a chance, in a trance, painted red, what a romance. Take a chance, one glance, paint it blue, end up with a rain dance. Just a bit stronger, an honor and a monster. Yeah, I gotta say I want this longer. Can't find this anywhere, constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Won't find us anywhere, constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Can't find us anywhere, anywhere. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere, anywhere. How I've always wondered. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find us anywhere. How I've always wondered.
Gaming Morning Show.
Ah, the sounds of morning.
Early in the morning,
Birds singing.
gotta feed the donkey.
The sun peeking above the horizon.
The donkey,
The gentle nudge from your morning alarm clock.
this is what he says.
A subtle reminder that today is a new day. A new day for you to watch Gaming Morning Show. The show where you'll find science lessons.
Says, when I bake bread, I give thousands of yeast organisms false hope by feeding them sugar before ruthlessly cooking them to death in an oven and eating their corpses. Wow.
I thought you
think
were
about bread a whole new way.
I thought you were about to say orgasms for a second there. Did either of you ever have that happen when you were in like biology class and you're reading?
Have an orgasm? I've never orgasmed during
The biology text doesn't do that for you. It's like, oh yeah.
Great deals.
computers and accessories
Wait,
special bundle.
Mike, they got the super chroma color in. Did you know they had that? You
I know.
overpaid for your computer.
By a lot. I wonder if, do you think they price match?
They might. Well, this is half off.
Can you take a screenshot of this and try to get a store price match?
And linguistic perfection.
Is that like when I roll my R's?
Good.
Romance.
Great.
Romance. See, everyone. It's not a hiss.
So let me hear your battle cry.
Kiki, ho!
Kiki what?
As we all charge into Gaming Morning Show.
More like Kiki, whoa, am I right?
Now, if only I could find a way out of this box. I'll catch up. 'Cause GMS starts right now.
Morning, gamer. It is Tuesday, September 21st, 2021. Do you remember the 21st day of September? Why did I always think that song was December? It was really confusing because that's Earth, Wind, and Fire, which is the 21st day of September. And then the other one was like Peaches and Herb. And that was the one, December 1963. Was that the Temptations? Do you remember?
I don't know.
It was one of those. They're both kind of bops. I mean, Groggy was the one who started this, tweeted at us at Watch GMS, and that's why Mike's doing what Mike's doing. Mike can't hear a word we're saying right now. That's all. Everything that's in there right now, that's Earth, Wind, and Fire. Every single part.
Yep. He's been doing this for the last 10 minutes.
I'm just wondering what he's like at the club. Could he do this at the club?
I'm sure. Yeah.
I think he just likes watching himself. It is so good to see you, Groggy, on YouTube. Downs is here on Twitter, or Twitch, excuse me. Thank you for being here. K-Laugh as well. KJ watching us on Twitch. Scott Chick, good moron to you. Kiki Lowe is using the Chris M. Yee method of consuming the show.
Who is probably in the shower.
KJ, as I mentioned, was first today at 56 after 5 o'clock, so it's good to see you. Thanks for everyone who's watching on Twitter as well. We appreciate you being here. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Sean and Mike on the left side of your screen. I am Hefty Goof. Thank you for being here. We got a lot to get to today. Did you all save your energy?
Who? What?
No, I did not.
Was getting
Did not sleep enough.
Why didn't you sleep well, Sean?
I was up too late.
What were you doing, Sean?
I was just hanging out, playing some
lost the
Cana
socks.
Bridge of Spirits.
How was it?
I bridged all the spirits. It was really good. You know, I've been thinking about my overall thoughts on Cana Bridge of Spirits, and I listened to. I fell asleep listening to Kinda Funny's review of Cana Bridge of Spirits, and I think the best way to summarize the game, they nailed it perfectly. This is a game of the year for the PlayStation 2. It's a really good game. It's just not. They missed some of the marks that we come to expect in like current generation games. Like this could easily have been a remake of like a PlayStation 2 game, and you'd be like, man, they really nailed it. They really brought that game up to speed. But in context, with proper context, this game is fantastic. First of all, it's a $40 game, which I think is a perfect price point for something like this. If this was $60, it'd just be too much. But the game's developed by Ember Lab, and Ember Lab is up until this point has been an animation studio. This is their first game. This is a 14-person independent studio out of Los Angeles who up to this point has only done animated shorts, animated projects for video games, but not games themselves, just animation. So with that context, this game is fantastic. The platforming's a little clunky. The combat's a little clunky at times. There's some weird difficulty spikes in ways that we don't deal with in current generation games. For example, boss fights that are totally manageable, but there's no like checkpoints. Sometimes they're multi-phase boss fights that just seem to go on way too long with no way to like heal yourself. So it's for such a cute story-based game, it's kind of unforgiving at times. It's a lot more challenging than I was really expecting. But the animation's just beautiful. You can tell, and again, this is something we were used to in the like PlayStation 2 days, even sometimes in the PlayStation 3 games. But you're in the game and the gameplay is going, and then you're like running into an area, and then you just kind of pause, and then it loads like animated cutscene. There's not that smooth, seamless transition into like I'm playing a game and now it's a cutscene, but oh man, they both look the same. You can definitely tell like this is their bread and butter. They're doing this cutscene and it looks like a Pixar movie, and then it cuts out of that back into the gameplay, and you're like, and now it's gameplay. And we don't see that as much in current generation games. But for me, that's not distracting. I can forgive some of the platforming. I can forgive some of the difficulty spikes. So far, it's a lot of fun.
Coming up later, we debate Returnal or Cana, which one's harder. That's on the way. Gaming Morning Show. Mike was hanging out with you last night as well, but I imagine, Mike, you've just basically been anticipating meeting your hero today.
Well, between that and dancing for the last like 9 hours, I'm pretty ready. Yeah.
You pretty much just danced, started dancing once the day flipped over.
Yeah, 12:01. I just started blasting them, and my wife was like, "Shut up!" And I was like, "Yeah, it's the 21st." And she's like, "I'm going to sleep." It's technically the night of 21st September, even though it's 2 a.m.
Do you remember the 21st day? It just started, Mike. I'm trying to sleep. Please.
I can't remember it. I can't remember it until I go to sleep first. It's still the 20th. No, it's not.
Ben Hooper is coming up at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time today. We'll talk to the Odd News beat writer for UPI. In honor of Ben, of course, we have 3 Ben Hooper stories planned for today. There's a lamb on the loose at a university in Utah. I'll tell you that one. You remember phone booths, right? What if there was one that was stolen in Colorado? Well, Ben has that story. And back to Utah, we'll look at some ghost towns. What was that hat you were just showing there?
It's a hat filled with things for Ben Hooper.
And we'll play a game with Ben where we draw an animal, a verb, and a place. And Ben has to try to give us like an opening sentence or paragraph to a Ben Hooper
Does Ben
story.
know this?
Kind of. I mean,
okay, cool.
There's a document floating around. I'm sure that kind of got to him, maybe. Who knows?
Cool, I'm good with it.
Also, Master Jordy will play 5 Questions GMS coming up at 8:20 a.m. Pacific time. Jordy's doing a 24-hour charity stream coming up on Friday. It is World Alzheimer's Day, Escapology Day, World Gratitude Day, Get Ready Day, National Chai Day, National New York Day, National Pecan Cookie Day, National IT Professionals Day, and International Day of Peace. So one website yesterday thought it was International Day of Peace. Another one thinks it's today.
No. Yesterday was the International Day of Peas.
Correct.
Today is peace. Yeah.
We're saying the exact same thing. So
No.
Yeah.
Peace.
Right. International Day of Peace. Gotcha. Perfect. Yeah, we're figuring it out. Maybe
No peas.
Dallin just said maybe he only read the first few sentences. That'd be silly. Imagine getting instructions from somebody and only reading the first few sentences, and then like going on a dating show and not knowing what to expect. That'd be silly. Who'd do that? Not me. KJ did say it was a very beautiful game, and is also excited for the 3
gorgeous
Ben Hooper stories. Also, Groggy is your biggest fan, Mike.
I love Groggy.
There's flowers and stuff coming your way.
Cool.
I mean, flowers and stuff is better than not flowers and stuff.
It's true. If you could send me sunflower seeds instead, like the chewable ones, like the regular kind, not the weird ranch or Taco Bell. Those are weird.
He said
It's my least favorite flavor. David sunflower seeds, weird ranch.
Yeah, no, they got some weird. They do have weird flavors.
They do.
Doritos. I don't know if they actually have Doritos.
Probably.
If you make Doritos, you better credit me, David Sunflower Seeds. Give you the idea.
The Micah O Memorial David Sunflower Doritos flavor.
Cool Ranch.
I like how you said the chewable kind of sunflower seeds. Are there unchewable sunflower seeds?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Well, obviously.
Fair enough. I'll let it go. You're getting the pickle flavored ones.
Oh, that's awful.
They taste like
Wait,
pickle feet.
are they flavored like pickle feet? Because I'm okay with that.
I thought you didn't like
A
feet.
little weird.
One of our opponents is named Lieutenant Butts. Just saying.
Just like to point that out.
That would have changed the movie Forrest Gump a lot. Lieutenant Butts, ice cream.
It is miniature golf day, though. That is our topic of the day. It is the 21st day of September, so Earth, Wind, Fire Day. Yes, absolutely. Bring it on. But it's also miniature golf day.
Mini golfing on today.
Does anyone actually like mini golf?
I love it.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't go with my wife, though. I get way too competitive.
Oh, no.
Like, I won't talk to her for the whole night. She beats me.
There was a family fun center in California when I was growing up. And it feels like we went once a week, but it's probably closer to like once a month. We would go and we'd have pizza and we'd go play mini golf.
Do they have video games inside too?
I think the pizza place had like a couple arcade games. But they probably had an arcade there. We never did that part. This was Fiesta Village in Southern California. But yeah, we went played mini golf. They had 2 courses, and so we'd usually play both of them. And I have lots of fond memories of playing mini golf with my family.
We'd when I played Little League, there was a place. Wow, the name of it just went out of my head, but God, it was an Italian name. But anyway, they had a mini golf. It was a pizza place. They had a mini golf course outside, and then they had an arcade. And then if we had Friday games, after the games, we would go there, and we'd play around a mini golf, and then we'd eat some pizza, and then we'd go in the arcade and play in the arcade for a while, and it was a ton of fun. But I remember in Portland, and this is for you guys, under the Marriott Hotel, there is it's a pirate mini golf, and it's great, so fantastic. It's especially good if you partake in the, as Ross Tucker says, daddy sodas beforehand. Yeah, it's a blast because it's all like, they have like black lights and all sorts of other fun stuff. It's a good time. Great time. If you go to Portland, Oregon, under the Marriott Hotel.
That's cool.
Just quote Ross Tucker
Heck yeah, I did.
from the Ross Tucker Football
One of my
Podcast.
heroes.
That's a deep cut, Mike. You have to be listening to Dan Patrick's show for that one. Oh my gosh.
Oh. My
Daddy
drink
sodas.
of coffee allowed them to score a goal.
You You did call timeout, right?
Butts. Lieutenant Butts. You scored a goal.
Good moron to you, Dandy. Good moron to you, Kate. Thanks for being here. I can't stand mini golf. It absolutely drives me nuts.
Good moron.
But I have one fond memory, which has to do with a miniature golf course in Southern California.
Was it at Fiesta Village?
Well, it's Fiesta Village, like by the Ramada that's near Disneyland, because that's the one that we were at. So
it is.
It's very.
I tried.
Oh,
we took 2 family vacations growing up, like legitimate family vacations. Like, we traveled throughout Montana and stuff, but like actually went on a trip, and one was to Disneyland. But there was a miniature golf course right outside this Ramada that we stayed at near Disneyland, and it was the coolest mini golf course I've ever seen in my life, because it was actually like a legitimate like TV set mini golf course with windmills and clowns' mouths and all that stuff, right? Every other mini golf course I've ever played at like most family fun centers are like, they got like maybe a windmill, or they got like the tiger that you put the ball over the top of or something, but like they're not like epic, you know what I mean? And this one was larger than life, and I think I was like 10, so I was like, this is super cool, and I remember it to this day. But yeah, I've never really enjoyed like going to the family fun center up in Portland or something like that. So I also have a confession too. The other part of it was we had one in Montana. It had like family fun center, like Mike was talking about. It's also because of the go-karts. The go-karts have always been way more fascinating to me than mini golf, and so I always want to do the go-karts that go super fast.
That's fair.
Well, kind of fast. Depends on the place.
Super fast-ish.
Poop. Some putt around. Get it? Putt.
Yeah, we there was one in Pennsylvania that I don't know if they just had the governors turned up like real high or whatever, but it was it was lame as hell.
There was one in Glacier Park, Montana. It was called Grizzly Go-Karts, and they were like open wheel, and you barely like were strapped into them, even as like a 7-year-old or whatever. And I swear those things went 50 miles an hour. There were no walls. It was just a track that was built into the grass. It was uphill, downhill. It was so much fun. And I was probably going like 20, and it felt like I was going 50. It was great.
Remember, the world was a different place back then.
Yeah. By the way, it's not there anymore.
When OSHA didn't exist.
Yeah, it's not there anymore. I'm not surprised.
Part of the track went out on the freeway.
It was right next to a highway.
Of course it was.
I mean, I don't know what their like disablement of like the engine was if it got outside a perimeter, but you could have drove it onto the freeway or the highway. It was possible.
Hilarious, shit, ridiculous.
So the only person
the
only person I've seen is Groggy say I love mini golf. KJ said they do have a pirate mini golf in Virginia Beach. Although K-Loft did say all golf is good golf, so
That checks out.
I can see K-Lab showing up in like Payne Stewart pants, like ready to go. He's got, he's all decked out with his Argyle. He's got like a golf bag filled with putters, and they're all different. This one's for the windmill. This one's for the tiger.
He has a whole bag of putters for mini golf, but they're all just the cheap
It's the
mini
same.
golf putters. This one's green, this one's black.
These are from
This
my
one's red.
exploits.
freshman year of college, we had a family fun center up the road about 30 minutes away. So we got my golf bag. We put just the putter in it. My best friend Carl at the time was wearing white, and someone took a pool cue that we had from like the rec room, and they put like a sign that said "quiet" on it. And we brought about 15 of us to the mini golf course, and someone announced me onto the first tee. Was like teeing off the 9:28 tee time, Ryan. And then we videotaped this, but I have no clue where the tape is. And so then Carl and I just sit there hanging over this golf bag with just one putter, and we just have like this long discussion about which club I should use. And all these people who are playing mini golf are just stopping looking at us. If I could find that video, I'd be happy.
I really want to go to a putt-putt now and just stand there. Like, I'm sorry, what's your name? It's like Now stepping up to the first tee. And like, what? And then Calaf can come out with like a golf bag filled with the crappy golf clubs. It'll be great. It'll be great.
I'll work on it, Caleb, just for you. It is 6:25 West Coast time, 9:25 out on the East, 2:25 for those watching in the UK. Ben Hooper, 1 hour from now, if you like mini golf, let us know. If you have any fond memories, let us know. Because it is mini golf day. There's a really dated origin story, according to National Day Calendar, about mini golf that we'll share in just a second. But right now, it's time to get the news. And to do that, we need hashtag video game expert. Here's Sean.
Good morning. It is Tuesday, September 21st, 2021. And this is your gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News. In the newsroom, my left headphone doesn't work. Weird.
Okay, that's helpful. You can send us a little more, by the way.
First news story of the day, we have the return of a beloved franchise, and that's the Cruisin' series. First launched with Cruisin' USA back in like the 90s. We haven't seen a new Cruisin' game for over a decade. But this year we're going to get Cruisin' Blast, which is fantastic.
Cruisin' Blast?
Cruisin' Blast.
Baja Blast.
And Polygon, who we get the story from, Chris Plante in particular, says this is the Fast and Furious game we've been waiting for. So Cruisin' Blast is going to be coming for the Nintendo Switch. Hey man, Chris says it's the game.
Were you
Just
waiting
say
for
family every 12 seconds?
No, but there's dinosaurs. So
Does it release next Monday?
no.
No, but
only-
there's dinosaurs.
There's and alien. No, this game looks great. If you've played the Cruisin' games, it looks like more of that. It's just an arcade racer, nothing too fancy, but there's dinosaurs and aliens for some reason. I don't know. It looks pretty good. I'll check it out.
Go together. Yeah, pretty well.
You know what else checks out? Candy Crush. You remember Candy Crush, right? Have you ever thought, man, this Candy Crush is so good, it should be an esport?
Oh gosh.
Well, guess what? Candy Crush Saga is now an esport. And you're like, well, I mean, that makes sense. But it would only make more sense if it was hosted and the person doing the commentary was Khloe Kardashian. And you'd be right. That does make a lot of sense. Yeah, so coming later this year, Candy Crush Saga, competitive esport hosted by Khloe Kardashian. Yay!
Yes, if there's money.
Finally.
Money involved. So
The tournament begins September 23rd. Will be open to all players in the United States who have passed level 25 in Candy Crush Saga on either iOS or Android. And the ultimate winner gets a year's supply of gold bars, which I imagine is pretty cool for Candy Crush Saga.
Hey, listen, there's probably lots of people who like Candy Crush. I'm not one of them, so this story's not meant for me. Good luck, competitors.
It's not the Candy Crush part that I'm annoyed about.
You're just annoyed at the Kardashian part?
Yeah, I wish they would just go away.
Yeah. I love that she's not only hosting it, but it specifically points out that she'll be doing commentary on the matches. I just hope she's sitting at like a sports style broadcast desk doing like real time play by play.
Like the 4K studio wall behind her.
I mean, I don't really.
That's the only way I'll accept.
I don't really have a problem with the Kardashians, so
I
guess I'm in them. I'm just gonna. This is not my story. It was not cut out for me.
Next.
So Kardashians care about fashion. Segue.
Oh,
you know what? Fashion. Speaking of fashion, Fortnite has collaborated with the fashion brand Balenciaga.
What? Question mark?
Question mark? Balenciaga?
Yep, sounds good.
So in Fortnite, you can get some in-game Balenciaga skins. One of them includes a pug masked individual wearing just a really basic white hoodie, like pullover hoodie, that just says Fortnite on it. Well, you can get that in game. You can also get that in real life. So if you would like a physical version of this just basic white hoodie that says Fortnite on the chest, you can buy it for a mere $725. If that's too much, you can get a Fortnite branded Balenciaga hat, just a ball cap, for $395. There you go.
It's a lot of V-Bucks.
Or if you're a big roller, you can get the Fortnite branded denim jacket for $1,290.
I hate things.
Again, if there's money, like all these stories you've well, maybe not cruising. The last two stories, there's some money. Someone will buy it. Someone will watch it.
Yep.
So,
yep. I'm assuming the Fortnite side of things, the digital packs, are not crazy expensive, but the IRL stuff is out of control.
that's some good math, Kayla.
Oh man. Or if you have a Sharpie, you could probably recreate that white hoodie for like $5 from Walmart.
I'm sure it's very
Forget
soft.
that. Yeah, until you wash it and it shrinks. So,
You can't wash a
I
Yaga hoodie.
So I'm really
Just have to buy
annoyed about this story because you can buy the hoodie and the denim jacket and a hat, right? Well, what about this tiger print suit? I want that.
That
I
is
don't
pretty
want a
fly.
hoodie. I want the tiger suit. I'll pay $1,200 for it. I don't care. Megan will be upset, but I'll look fly as hell.
She'll be upset till she sees you in the tiger suit.
Yeah,
Wow.
she'll be disgusted.
And then she'll be like,
Like, what is that?
it makes perfect sense.
my
Is that a
tiger.
real tiger right there? Rawr.
Is that a tiger in your pocket? Are you happy to see me? It doesn't even make sense.
Balenciaga. But always last, and at least we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today. We have Kena Bridge of Spirits out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and PC. We talked about that at the beginning of the hour. Watch more today. We have World War Z Aftermath out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Street Outlaws 2 Winner Takes All out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, and Switch. Sheltered 2 out on PC. Golf Peaks out on Xbox One. Guild of Ascension out on PC. Beyond Contact out on PC. Potion Craft Alchemist Simulator out on PC. And for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to If on a Winter's Night for Travelers out on PC.
And it's 4, the number 4 travelers.
Yeah, it's like they forgot to finish that sentence. On a winter's night for travelers.
You ever
I don't
seen Monty Python on the Holy Grail where he's like, oh, with the holy hand grenade, he's like, and then, maybe it was like one of those where the guy was writing it on his deathbed and then just died, and now we'll never know.
So I have a joke about 2 purple golf balls. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that again. Golf Peaks looks like Qbert, but for golf.
Nice.
Since it's not our name of the morning, we can spoil a little bit about it.
Oh, burn.
But it's on Xbox One.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Oh, it might have been ported because this came out in like 2018. You can get it on Switch too. Okay. Golf Peaks, not our name
Golf
of the
Peaks.
morning. It's mini Golf Peaks though, would have, because that would have tied in really well to our theme.
Yep. That would have been on brand.
If you missed any of the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News, well, all you have to do is search our Twitter,
Hashtag GMS Morning Gaming News.
and you'll find it. You can also follow us on Twitter at these locations there. Thanks, sports.gaming. We already watched Kana Bridge of Spirits because we had a preview with plays last night. We're gonna resume it, part 2 tonight.
Yeah.
What?
For those that weren't there, the cute little guys that we collect are collectively named Todd Hanks. So
What?
we couldn't decide. We couldn't decide if they were named Todd or Tom Hanks. So now it's Todd Hanks.
So we
Hashtag Todd Hanks.
we are Todd Hanks.
We are one. We are Todd Hanks. Don't question it. Todd.
How could I question something like that?
That's right, Todd. Thanks.
We are all Todd. Okay.
Hi, Todd.
All right. Kana, Bridge of Spirits resumes tonight. You can RSVP at that link on YouTube. Congratulations if on a winter's night, 4 travelers out today for PC. Our name of the morning, Ben Hooper joins us in about 40 minutes from now. And by 40, I mean 50, because math is easy. That's at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time. But Ben Hooper's also writing stories, because Ben didn't take the day off to join us. Ben doesn't take a day off, I'm pretty sure.
Minus those days he took off, but we won't count those.
So what's the first story we got about ghost towns, Mike?
First things first. Ben Hooper comes first. No, it doesn't make sense. So this is actually really cool. I picked the story because it was fascinating. A ghost town emerged from drought-stricken Utah reservoir, according to Mr. Ben with UPI. Drought conditions in a Utah reservoir led to the revealing of an unusual piece of the state's history: the remnants of a ghost town. Utah State Park said Rockport Reservoir, situated at Rockport State Park in Summit County, has receded to 26% capacity, leading remnants of the town of Rockport to emerge from the water for the first time in years. It's a lot of Rockports. It was really interesting to be standing at an overlook for the reservoir and see faint traces of foundations of old homes and a road all below where the water would normally be. Devin Dewey, a Utah drone photographer who visited the reservoir, told KSAL TV. Dewey said the remnants of the former town are clear from an aerial point of view. The whole area is pretty flat and uniform, so even though the foundations are old and mostly gone, you can still see them clearly if you know where to look, he said. Using a drone to get a higher perspective helped to see where structures once stood over 70 years ago. Utah State Park said Rockport was settled in 1860 and never quite topped 200 residents before the area was abandoned in the early 1950s for the Wanship Dam project, which created the reservoir. Losing all that water sucks, but seeing that history is pretty cool.
The town of Rockport, huh?
It used to be. Yeah, it's there's some pictures in the article of a couple of like buildings and some people. It looked, I mean, obviously it was a pretty small town. Holy jeez. But it was pretty neat. It's pretty neat to see that pop out, right? However, again, the reason it popped out is because the global climate is changing so rapidly. It's basically making all the water go away. So that part sucks. But the cool part though is that you get to see some mystery. So
On the way out, as we
yeah,
kill the
like,
planet.
oh, that's so cool. Sorry, rip. You know. Oh fudge.
No, Sean, you were so close.
That was so close.
The town of Rockport, that town is also a D&D podcast campaign, according to KJ.
Is she in this thing like Rockford, Illinois? Rockport, Utah?
Wait, what are the Todd Hanks hats?
Oh yeah, you can buy
Still.
you can buy hats for Todd's. They could have a party hat or a mushroom.
Did Todd approve this?
Oh yeah, the Todds love it.
Todd's love them. Yeah.
The Todds are the best part of the game. They're fantastic.
We are Todd Hanks.
Scotchick, good morning to you. It is good to see you. Said I set an alarm for last night and slept through the darn alarm. Listen, we've all been there before. Alarms are tough.
No, we haven't. Scott Chick's the only person ever. Way to go, Scott Chick. You let us all down. By that I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hope your morning got better.
Yeah, I hope everything is okay. Don't get hit by a car.
Kiki is back and clean. I don't know why that's making me laugh so much. But it's fine. Well, welcome back. We're fine. It's good to see you. Good job getting clean. Oh no. I got it.
Missed.
Scott Chick said, what the heck happened in the last meeting? Because Kiki's always in meetings.
This meeting was in the shower.
That's funny.
They watched the VOD during this meeting. Laughed or something.
Good moron, Adam. Not to my knowledge, but we'll have to see. Kate, you're not going to buy one of those Fortnite... what are they called? Bethesdas? I can't remember what you called them.
Bethesda.
Beluga? Was it a
Party.
beluga? I think it was a beluga.
Yes, it was absolutely a beluga. How did you know?
Is it made
So-
from real beluga whale?
Oh, I hope so.
You hope so.
He sounded sad, but still wants it to be a
Right?
whale.
Yeah. Yeah, Fortnite Bethesdas. Load last checkpoint. Make sure that's in your podcast rundown for this weekend.
I do want to say, so we've been doing the show for a year now, right? And I think this is the first time someone's ever asked us if we were high.
No, it's not.
Really?
No,
we're,
yeah.
just, we're just always like this.
Yeah,
This is the normal.
This is morning energy right
I think
here.
if we were high, we would be like really quiet. Oh, or we're just playing Rocket League. One of the two.
So our topic of the day is mini golf. So we're asking, does anyone like mini golf? I have one good memory of mini golf, and that's about it. Maybe two. But it's been like Sean's life's work, so. Could you think you could tear it up on a mini golf course today, Sean?
What are you tearing up?
The course.
I don't know. I've always felt rather average at mini golf, but I still enjoy it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's one of the
It's
few
phenomenal.
games where like a 7-year-old could crush you,
Yeah.
and then you ground them for a week. That's just rude.
If you want time with your Switch, you better throw this game right now.
Oh no.
You're beating Daddy by 2 strokes. You should hit it into the water.
I just picture like Mike kicking the golf ball off the track. Like, I don't know what happened. That's
Oh, it's something weird. Man, I don't know what to tell you.
By the way, when they were trying to score just a second ago, I couldn't get in front of the ball to save the ball, so I just hit the guy that was about to hit the ball instead. It worked rather well.
not a
It's usually
penalty.
my-
I'm sure that guy was angry because he was lined up perfectly, and I just smacked him out of the middle of the air.
Could you imagine if there was penalty kicks in Rocket League? Nice.
Yeah.
Down says, kids are mean nowadays. One told Kiki to step on a Lego.
Dude,
Wow.
that was ridiculous.
Oh, harsh.
Lego pizza.
Oh, God.
Yummy.
Bob was very excited.
Bob scared me a little bit.
When did this happen?
Yesterday in Kiki's stream, there may or may not have been like a 7-year-old that somehow got on to play in her open lobbies. And I believe Downs redeemed Toxic Kiki. There was a clip of it which is really funny because the kid drops the F-bomb too.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was ridiculous. He was 7, Kiki. Come on. There's no way that
did you
kid
check
was-
ID on the way in?
I think MZ actually was like, I think we have to check IDs now.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was man, that kid was a spitfire. I was really upset though because he never yelled "Get wrecked, noob." Had he yelled that, I would have sent him like $30. I told Kiki I'd give her $100 if she could make him cry, but she didn't.
Kiki. Just have him step on a
tried.
Lego. That makes everyone cry.
She said something to him, which made him drop the F-bomb, which was pretty hilarious.
It's 6:45 West Coast time, 9:45 on the East, 2:45 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. I tried, but Chris told me no. Is Chris being your like Jiminy Cricket? Just kind of hanging out on your shoulder.
Was like the devil, and Chris is like, no, be a good person.
She's like, all right, fine.
Don't bully that little kid.
What did Down say though?
I'm so like, do it.
And then Chris
Make
was
him
like,
cry.
Do it.
No. He's just 7. Maybe. These are his formidable years.
We don't really know, but he has a very high voice. Could be 30 with a voice issue. Could be.
KJ said mini golf was the group date go-to when I was in Virginia Beach. Growing up in SoCal, we used to earn points for our grades, and if you had enough, you and 3 of your friends could go play a round of mini golf for free. That was huge in my childhood. Wow. So I was saying it was formidable years for Sean, but apparently it's for KJ. Look at that.
Seriously.
I mean, here's the good thing about mini golf. I will say this, as much as I don't enjoy playing it. Like someone said, anyone can play it pretty much at any age, right? I mean, by and large. So, and I don't know what accessibility is like for mini golf. That'd be a good topic. But, I mean, like, my grandma at 60, not now, but when I was a kid, could probably go play mini golf. So,
Kiki, do you guys have mini golf in the UK? Is that like a thing over there?
yeah, I don't know.
Legit curious.
Has anyone ever had a pecan cookie?
No.
No? How about a chai?
A chai cookie?
Sure.
Or like just like a chai?
Both.
Like one chai. I've never had one chai, but I've had a bunch together in a drink.
They're like seeds, right?
Yeah, sure.
Or is that chia?
That is chia. Chia is definitely seeds. But I think chai is just a seed too.
Chai.
Oh, what is
equals-
chai? It's a drink. That's stupid. The name chai is actually the Hindi word for tea,
Chia.
which was derived from cha, the Chinese word for tea. In this case, the Hindi term chai means a mix of spices steeped into a tea-like beverage. The spice tea mixture is typically brewed strong with milk and sweetened with sugar or honey. Off the top of my head.
So Kiki said yes. We're not in the Stone Age, Mike.
Debatable.
A medieval style mini golf course would be pretty awesome. All castle themes. You have to get it past the night.
What if you play during the day?
I would like to apply to be the knight, please, because I just want to like smack the ball away with like one of those what are they called? Joust rods.
Joust
rod. A lance. That's what it's called.
Nope. It's a joust rod.
Joust rod.
Name of my band in high school. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Joust Rod. Scott Chick said it's not more commonly known as crazy golf. It is not more commonly known as crazy golf over here, or is that just the way? Wait, what? Y'all call it crazy golf?
It's so crazy.
It's wacky golf.
This is a wacky.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Miniature golf, also known as mini golf, mini putt, putt, or goofy golf, or crazy golf. Goofy golf.
Well, I guess we have to open a franchise of Hefty Golf. Hefty Goof.
Hefty goof,
Goofy
goofy
golf. Wow. I don't know if that's going to take off. It's a lot.
I like it.
It's a lot. See, yeah, like when you say crazy golf, my brain feels like every time we say it, we have to like do like something like, you know, like the letter of the day or whatever as a morning show.
Mm-hmm. I can get on board with this.
We could practice. Someone in chat say crazy golf.
we're waiting.
Crazy goal! I think that'll work. All right.
He's downloading a game.
Birthdays. Kiki's being very transparent with what Kiki's doing today.
Yeah, seriously.
Is somebody watching you right now, Kiki? do you need our assistance?
Blink twice if you need help.
Even though that apparently doesn't work after the conspiracy that Kate started with Bob. Bob's still fine, probably. All right, let's do birthdays this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us or someone you know, please let us know in the chat because we'd like to celebrate with them. Author Stephen King is 74 today.
Wow.
He's had a pretty good run of things so far, I think.
Has anyone ever read a Stephen King book?
I looked at one once. It was very big.
Someone told me once about a Stephen King book. I was like, hey, you ever read a Stephen King book? He's like, nah, it's not it. It's not it.
You missed the birthday at the top there.
No, I did not.
I'm looking at your rundown right
now
here.
I'm just going to skip it.
No, I'm looking at your rundown, and it's not in his little rundown.
Comedian Bill Murray is 71.
Rude. I love Bill. I've met Bill Murray. He once came into the bar that I was bouncing at and just walked behind the bar and started serving drinks for about an hour and then left.
Seems sanitary.
It was, well, I mean, this was like 2001, so there wasn't germs then.
Oh, good. That's good.
Yeah.
David or Dave Coulier.
Oh
right?
my gosh, Dave Coulier.
62.
That's great. Uncle Joey, you're so
Uncle
great.
Joey. I couldn't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
Wow,
And his fun fact's pretty good.
pretty fun. Why is it
Yeah.
so fun?
Mhm.
You'll never know.
Only we will know. You get nothing from us, chat.
If you Google it, though, you can just Google fun fact, and it'll tell you right there.
If you Google it too, you'll find out whose birthday is at the top of this list. But it's not Cheryl Hines. Cheryl Hines turns 56 today.
You know what? She has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Congrats.
Singer
How do we
Fate.
get one of those?
You have to be probably famous.
Oh, that's good.
You could go with a Candy Crush commentator.
Done. Cut it out. Thanks, KJ. Been a while.
Do you really? You can buy Walk of Fame stars?
No,
Kyle.
the celebrities have to pay for them.
Oh,
Kyle,
You
how
have to be
much does it
famous,
cost?
and then you have the opportunity to buy one.
I don't believe it. How do you define fame? I mean, my kids think I'm famous.
you just watch the musical from the 1970s. Fame, maybe 1980s. I don't know.
Good moron.
It's good to see you, Master Jordy. We look forward to playing 5 questions with you in about an hour and a half. Faith Hill, 54, one of my first albums, first cassette tapes I ever owned. Faith Hill. Whoa. She's a wild one with an angel's face. She's a something child in the state of grace. Yeah, I think that's the name of Wild. Some of the lyrics from Wild One.
Wild Wild West.
After being selected for a star on the Walk of Fame, you have to pay $50,000.
American?
This money is used to pay for the creation and installation of the stars, as well as maintenance.
Pretty screwed up. Hey, congrats. You're pretty famous now. Hey, can you give us this money?
I think
We
I'd
should
rather,
start our own Walk of Fame.
well, I was gonna say, I'd rather
Sounds
be
like
in
good
the
business.
Temple of the Six. So
Well, yeah, but we don't make. Well, I guess we do make them pay for it. Never mind.
it was at that moment Mike had the realization. Which, by the way, Thursday, do you want to do the unveiling of KJ's induction into the Temple of the
Yep.
Six?
Thursday.
Okay. All right.
And that other guy, too.
Oh, Vincent?
Vince, Charles.
Vincent, I believe. Thank you, Vincent, for becoming a Patreon subscriber of
Thanks,
Gaming Morning
Vincent.
Show.
If you like to unveil yourself.
Whoever you are.
If we're not, you don't have to, I guess.
Top of the
We'll see.
moron.
Didn't hit the button by accident.
Quiet I Am Gaming is here. Good moron. It's Ricki Lake's birthday, 53 today.
Downs
Actor
was a while ago. Sorry. KJ asked if she missed Downs' unveiling. It was like...
Oh yeah,
Well,
no. Listen,
there.
Downs was a while ago, and
Yeah.
then months later, I finally worked with Fulfillment to get his name into the Patreon only chat on our Discord. So, yeah,
He had to pass the vetting process. So.
we had a lot of background checks for that one.
Lot.
Actor Billy
least
Porter
zero.
is 52. Billy Porter was excellent in the new Cinderella movie on Amazon.
Has he been in anything else? Because I didn't see that.
You should watch it. It's really good.
So I've heard conflicting things.
Really?
I've heard some people say it was awful.
I loved it. They didn't have a villain. It was great. Like,
Wait, what? Doesn't Cinderella have a
They
villain?
did, but they didn't make the stepmom just awfully cold, and that was refreshing because, it's too harsh.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I really liked it, but Billy Porter was the fabulous godmother, and great in that role.
Fabulous.
Fun fact. No, I'm just kidding. That's exactly what it said. Let's see. Billy Porter's 52. Alfonso Ribeiro. Am I saying his name right? Ribeiro.
Ribeiro.
Carlton's 50 today.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
That's better. I like that a lot better. Holy cow. Another 50th birthday. Luke Wilson is 50 today.
Holy jeez. Go Luke. Go Luke. It's your birthday. Like actually.
Quite literally.
Candy Crush co-anchor Nicole Richie is 40 today.
Speaking of people,
No confirmation if Nicole's actually going to be in it.
she was once on Lip Sync Battle though.
I loved Lip Sync Battle. That was so good.
It was very funny. I really liked Kate Upton's performance. It was wonderful. It's very talented.
Let's see. Jason Derulo is 32 today. Singer-songwriter. There's a guy on TikTok who goes around and asks people who drive big fancy cars, "Hey, I like your car. What do you do?" Have you ever seen those?
No.
So it's a person like driving like a 6-figure Lamborghini or something, and then they'll be like, "I'm in hedge funds or adult entertainment or something." Well, went up to Jason Derulo at a gas station. It's like, "What do you do for a living?" Jason goes, "I'm Jason Derulo." And then,
job?
then as he drives off, the guy edited Jason Derulo over the top. There's also another great TikTok out there where someone's like, "What do you think it was like the first time that Jason Derulo said his own name before a track starts?"
Has he been doing this since like school though? The teacher would be like, "Derulo, Jason." He's like, "Jason Derulo."
The
Okay,
choir
Jason,
performance. They're doing "Hark the Herald Angels Sing."
Just randomly, Jason. What did we tell you, Jason? You can't do that in that part.
Allison.
Scagliotti.
Yep. On the tip of my tongue. 31
you
today.
Oh, she performed under the name La Femme Pendue. My
I
favorite.
don't know who this person is.
Me neither.
Mm-mm.
But she was at the New York Comic Con in 2015.
Yep.
Great.
Good to know.
Yep.
All right. Well, all these folks probably remember the 21st day of September. So it's good. I see one.
A drummer?
Which one?
No, actor Maggie Grace from Lost. 38 was the daughter in
Oh.
Taken.
She's below 10 crazy. It's also Fanny Flagg's 80th birthday. Wonderful name. Fanny Flagg. Fanny.
With 2
Flag.
G's.
Flag.
It's,
Cohen's brother's birthday.
Tyler Stewart, drummer for Bare Naked Ladies. His
Oh.
birthday. It's 54.
When
What do you
since
think
I heard this song.
He'd do with $1 million.
Oh, I'm gonna do this.
Like,
again.
what if he had $1 million, Sean?
What if?
All right, this ain't gaming history. 1991, we have wow. We have 4
Holy
before
wow.
1995. We're going to play the
Oh,
lightning
no.
round of lawsuit or not lawsuit with Sean. 1991, Sean.
All right, we're gonna no lawsuits. We're gonna have some sort of technology release, 2 game releases, and someone going out of business.
All right, you're going to just go bold, say no lawsuits. All right, 1991, NEC releases the NEC PC Engine Duo video game system. So that's one
That
release.
counts as a tech release.
Okay. 1991, NEC releases the NEC PC Engine LT handheld console.
Oh, well, that's not a game release.
No,
I'm
but
off track.
it's another
It's a
technology release.
It says the word release.
So you're technically you got your 2 technology releases out of the way, right?
Ooh.
Oh, sure. I don't think that's what I said, but I'll take it.
Oh, I thought that's
Here's
what you
where
said.
it went off the rails.
Who was tracking this? K-Laugh, 1992, in Tokyo, Japan, Jeff Hansen of the U.S. defeats Yuichi Tsuyoda of Japan to become the world Nintendo champion. You didn't have that.
Nice.
No, sorry.
I didn't have that. Not even
They
close.
have to like fight each other with Nintendos. Like, were they on ropes?
Probably.
Sock, bruh?
Sorry, you're wrong. 1993, Sega announces it would base its next generation video game system on a Hitachi 32-bit processor with sound chips from Yamaha and circuitry for video images from JVC.
Great. 4.
So I
if
think,
if this was baseball, you'd be in the Hall of Fame. What do you
yeah, I think you were 2 for 4. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But none of them were lawsuits, so I win.
Ding, ding, ding.
got? Yeah, I guess.
2000, Enix released Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 Remix for the Game Boy Color. 4 years later, Ubisoft, don't call me Ubisoft, released Star Wars Trilogy Apprentice of the Force for Game Boy Advance. Actually, there was a couple of Star Wars games that day because 2004 Battlefront came out for PlayStation 2 and Xbox. And then Namco put out Katamari Damacy?
Sounds good.
Anyway, it was a game for PlayStation 2, and it was out. Capcom put out Mega Man 10 Command Mission for PlayStation 2 and GameCube, and 2004 as well, X-Men Legends for PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube. Same year, Final Fantasy 11, The Chains of Promathia expansion pack out for PlayStation 2.
Wow.
Damacy. Yep.
They
Katamari
were a great-
Damacy. First
Pretty
try.
good band, weren't they?
First try. Not as good as Joust Stick or whatever you said.
Joust Rod.
No, I'm pretty sure Damacy wrote some music, didn't they?
Joust
The
Stick.
Suede Head, right? Is that...
Joust Rod. 2020, Microsoft agreed to buy video game holding company ZeniMax Media, including Bethesda, for $7.5 billion, the biggest and most expensive takeover in the history of video games. PlayStation rebutted with, "We're not going to get into an arms race with Xbox." And shortly bought 14 studios.
Not an arms.
Not an arms race, just trying to collect more than the other group. But that's it. That's all we're doing. We're collecting.
It's not an arms race. We're just racing to arm ourselves with the most studios. But
So
Not an
PlayStation and
arms race.
Xbox both quote Pokemon saying, "We're just trying to catch them all." Can I be resident pronunciation guide? Listen, you can be personal assistant to Hefty Goof, pronunciation guide master, or something like that. Because I'm the only one on the show who needs help pronouncing things. So I probably owe myself one, I think.
Yeah, probably. Let's just say it's safe to assume at the end of every show you should probably just at least take one in there.
All right, we'll take it from 106 to 108 because,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
fair.
it's been a while. So there you go. Looks good. All right, next hour, Ben Hooper joins us. The long-anticipated Ben Hooper interview. This is like when you're watching a news magazine or something like 2020, right? The Ben Hooper interview is next. Groundbreaking Ben Hooper interview.
God, Ben Hooper's never gonna want to talk to us again after this.
I mean,
he's gonna blacklist us from
Yes.
UPI. We'll never be able to see his stories.
I'm gonna go to it tomorrow, and it's gonna be like, "You've been blocked."
good moron to you, Pickle. Thank you for checking in with the 1HC.
Top of the moron.
Mike wants to eat pickle feet. That came up earlier.
Yeah, Pickle, can I eat you?
And sports next hour as well. Master Jordy, thank you for the host on Twitch. We will have your 5 questions segment coming up at 8:20 a.m. Pacific time. That's Mike, that's Sean, I'm Hefty Goof. Some of us will be back on the other side of the break, so stick around. More to come. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv.
Hello everyone, this is Joel invading the stream here on the greatest gaming morning show in the universe to give you guys an update about Final Checkpoint each week. Ben, Logan, and I discuss the latest video game news from the past week. We also have a second show called Final Boss Squad where we discuss all of the fun games we've been playing, including new releases, demos, and the dreaded backlog games that haunt our very dreams. Catch us record it live on Sundays, twitch.tv/loadlastcheckpoint, 8 p.m. Pacific time, or for audio versions of Final Checkpoint and Final Boss Squad, make sure to follow the Final Checkpoint podcast feed on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, and Google Podcast services for new episodes every Tuesday. Thanks again for all the support. See ya!
It's been 5 years since I saw your face. The sun was shining bright that day. 5 years ago, we were getting ready for the wedding of the year. It's been a while now since we danced the night away, since I saw your now the sun's shining bright, the stars come out at night. My heart is full and bright for you, oh, for you. Things are changing now. You're coming out to the desert, somewhere you've never been before. Everything is new to you. I'll help you through, because I know what it's like. Trying to
Hippos. I've been to Disneyland. They're dangerous. You gotta look out. That's why this game's so scary. Hippos kill more people every year than sharks.
Did you turn it on?
Well, Scott at that time, he got in there real fast.
No. Someone donated and scared the shit out of me.
God, that
Kate.
was so loud.
Kate, I love you, but I hate you. Oh my God, Kate.
The bad guy. Get me my. Oh dear God. Is that my phone?
No, it's the thing, the donation thing.
Yeah, but why is it vibrating?
Because for some reason it doesn't load the.
Why does that happen?
It doesn't load the audio fast enough or something. But you guys can't hear it during the show, but I hear it every time.
How do you not freak out every day? Can they hear how terrible that sounds?
It's just
That's just like a gift you do for us. Want a beer?
Oh God, that's so gross. That's even worse
Let's
than the
duck
zombies.
down. Really
Look
get
at
in
the-
here.
look
Oh,
at-
spaghetti! Why is this in the fridge? Oh, my flashlight
good.
quivered. It's like, ooh, gross.
You hear that? It's on my left now. Why is the sound so good?
So right. I hope this is the best day of your life, because the stars glow at night, and oh, they shine so bright. Just know that this is right for you. Oh, for you.
I've been wanna hide my feelings, keep all my emotions bottled up. Can't explain why I conceal it. Guess I'm holding back till I find the one. Maybe you're inches away. Could it be you keeping me safe? Yeah, think I'm seeing my saving grace.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, today's interview and sports. Follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS, at HeftyGoof, at Sports.Gaming, and at Look, It's Mike O. And join our Discord. Go to GMS.watch and click on where to find GMS. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning, gamer. Thanks for being here wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Mike, Sean, and Ryan with you this morning. It is mini golf day. We're asking you about mini golf courses and all the cool things and the things that you did with the things. KJ told us earlier, who's still in chat, that mini golf was like this cool perk back in the day. It was like Book It for me. I remember you read books and you went to Pizza Hut. Where was my mini golf club? I should have done that instead. Could have been cracked to this day. What might have been. What might have been. You all
Maybe
right,
you'd like
Mike?
mini golf.
Was that?
You all right?
Yeah, I fell asleep.
All that dancing first hour really took it out of you.
Woo. Stayed up all night long dancing while I got to the 21st day of September. Now here I am in the 21st morning of September.
Quiet, how am I doing? Damacy. Is that closer?
Closer.
Yeah? We're getting pretty
Ballpark.
close? Okay. Trying. Mike, don't get too nervous. Are you nervous for bed?
No.
Are you sure?
No, I this is gonna sound terrible, but never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
I was gonna. I got too excited in the first hour, and now it's like it's okay. I'm gonna make coffee again in a second here, and we'll be good.
All right. You should do that. Thank you for being here, everybody.
Get your Dunkin' coffee.
Scott Chick Pickle Feets have been hanging out this morning. Downs Master Jordy will play 5 questions GMS coming up. In the second hour, Kiki is squeaky clean. and happy to be here. I don't know how the download's going, though, because Kiki's, last we knew, was downloading a game from the internet. We have not gotten confirmation that Kiki is okay. So,
Yeah.
Kiki, are you
Is
fine?
that a code?
Yes.
Was that some sort of code, Kiki?
Pretty worried about it.
I'm downloading a game from the internet.
Wink.
Is there something in your eye? No.
Please help me. I told you there was like a dated tale to this start of mini golf. So mini golf, apparently, according to nationaldaycalendar.com, started because the first courses were in Finland and Scandinavian countries, and many others have added it. But the reason for it starting was because, well, in Victorian Scotland, it was deemed unladylike for females to raise a golf club above their shoulder level. So, if you can't play golf very well because you can't raise the golf club above your shoulder level, well, why don't we make a new type of golf where you can just putt? So the good news, according to National Day calendars, they changed. You know, the times have changed. So our love for mini golf is still with us, but it's a little more inclusive. All of the golf, hopefully. So,
So you can still get pretty good swing without going above shoulder level.
I mean, exactly.
it'd
Wait,
still
like, so
take
the
a while.
club can't go above the shoulder, or you're
Like on the backswing, you couldn't get the back of the golf club to go past you.
you hold it flat.
I mean, I've seen
Maybe
Charles
that'll
Barkley
improve
golf
my-
that way. So,
He's also a lady.
Charles Barkley golfing just looks like he's having a seizure. Yeah, right, Charles? Yeah, I'm doing good. Terrible. It's terrible.
Quiet said my golf coach in high school had a swing that didn't go above the shoulder, much above the shoulder. Well, maybe that swing was born on the mini golf course.
That's why they were your golf coach and not a golfer.
K-Laugh, how good can you swing above the shoulder?
Kyle, what's your handicap? Mine's golf. What's yours?
Coming summer 2022, the GMS Open, our invitational golf event.
That'd be good. Can it be best ball?
Ooh, yeah.
K-Laugh, will you be on my team, please?
Kids, you force them. We have three of us in K-Laugh, and anyone else that wants to play.
K-Laugh versus
I
Chad.
swing good, he says. It's not a good start. I guess just because you golf a lot doesn't necessarily mean that you're a good golfer, right?
That's true. No. Some really bad golfers golf a lot, too. I've golfed for years. We could do it. I mean, throw this into the GMS Ideas graveyard, but we could do like a Mario Golf Open or something like that. Golf with friends.
Top Golf VR.
Do they really have a Top Golf VR?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it though. I was looking at the game and stuff, and it's just like, no. I mean, it could be cool, but I don't. I don't know.
Have you
That's
been
like
to a
saying
Top
no.
Golf?
Oh yeah, they have one right here in Central Indiana. We usually go on Sunday mornings because it's like $20, so it's like $2 a person at that point.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of us, and there's not obnoxious people drinking at that point usually.
Like how you have to specify usually.
Yeah, as I say,
Yeah.
note
I mean,
to
there's
self.
Sometimes with people.
Note to self: don't show up at Mike's Top Golf on Sunday mornings. I'd be one of them.
Oh, gosh.
Actually, one of my favorite times to go to Top Golf is before Broncos games in Denver. So you go to Top Golf until like 11:30, and then you head to the stadium. It's great. Good breakfast too.
Golf was a huge bust, according to Mario, professional commentator Chris in the expert. I was looking for expert.
Oh no, Pickle wants me to commentate Mario Golf.
I mean, I think that'd be pretty funny.
I don't know. I'd probably be like second hour Mike. I'd burn through all my energy in like the first 4 holes, and then be like, and here's another shot. Uh-oh.
And they did it again.
Am I in trouble, Hofbrew?
The ball again.
That's what it sounds like.
Mike, is this what you feel like when I say, hey, I need to talk
I
to you
hate
later?
it. Hate it.
I don't want to alarm you, Mike, but Ben's name in our Discord is Ben is your hero.
Oh God, really? That's fantastic.
Ben will be your hero, baby.
Take that car. Wow, I just knocked that car up the wall. Sorry, guy. Don't hate me. I miss Lieutenant Butts.
We had just one match with Lieutenant Butts, and it was enough. Thank you for checking in early, Ambassador to the Final Hour crew, Chris M. Yee, fellow journalist.
Just like you think he's gonna miss the journalism king, Benjamin H. Hooper.
Is Benjamin's middle name start with an H?
Hero, duh. I can be your hero, baby.
Well, yes, Downs. I could mimic the standard, golf operating procedure that we're on the 7th hole. Mike has a 7-iron and a jousting rod. What will he choose to use here?
We gotta win, guys. Otherwise, Ben's not gonna come on the show.
It's not looking good.
I don't remember Ben specifying that we have to be good at Rocket League to get the interview, but I could have missed that. Remember, I only read the first couple of sentences in most emails. So. Oh, that's true. Golf was the original ASMR. We're sitting here watching golf together. We're using our jousting rods.
You're what?
I'm sorry, what?
Man, we should try to consider getting like a shot on goal. Like we haven't even put the thing near the goal yet.
Oh, I missed. Dang it.
If we only both hadn't missed that, then they wouldn't have scored.
Damn it, Sauce Christian. You're no Lieutenant Butts. I'll tell you that.
You'll never be Lieutenant Butts. You'll never amount to anything.
Can he be our Billy Thundergun teammate of the game?
You want Lieutenant Butts to be? Sure. Sounds good.
I like how one of our opponents is our teammate of the match.
Somewhere in the wackiness of GMS math that actually checks out.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, we could always do like the Lieutenant Butts award for the most dominant competitor we've faced.
Lieutenant Butts Domination Award. Like that.
He dominated the Butts. I'm sorry, what?
All right. Well, to you, Lieutenant Butts, as nominated by Mike, you are
Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award.
winner.
Only in America.
I think we need to have Bob recut that line. A winner at the end. We could just have it, have Bob say it. One of life's winners, Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award. Something like that.
I like it.
7:23 West Coast, 10:23 out on these, 3:23 for those watching GMS in the UK. We've mentioned the days of the day quite a bit today, but it is World Alzheimer's Day, Escapology Day, World Gratitude Day, Get Ready Day, National Chai Day, National New York Day, National Pecan Cookie Day, National IT Professionals Day, and International Day of Peace. Again,
Peace, not peas. No peas today.
so I don't have to have my
Get Ready
vegetables
Day,
today.
Get Ready is an important day, though. I thought it's funny, but it's preparing yourself and your family for an emergency.
Now,
Yeah.
here's a question. We have the Colorado town with the stolen phone booth. Do you want to read a Ben Hooper story to Ben Hooper?
I don't know. That's kind of I feel like it's a lot.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to make him angry.
All right. Well, We'll see what Ben wants because the Ben Hooper interview,
We'll see what Ben wants.
Ben Hooper interview is coming up next. GMS. Gaming Morning Show continues, and we are very thankful to have the one, the only Ben Hooper joining us on this edition of GMS. Good moron to you, Ben. How are you?
A good moron to you as well. I'm great.
Moron, top of the moron to you. This is like, I mean, months in the making, Ben. Like, we are so excited that you're spending time with us. I don't know if you have any idea exactly how many stories of yours Mike reads on a daily basis, but sometimes it's as many as 3.
You're basically our sole news source in the world.
Great, that's more of them than I read.
I mean, the reality is, like, we got to know the backstory. What is it, the story that got you into kind of an odd news beat? How did you pick up this beat?
Well, it was kind of equal parts skill and shameless nepotism. Way back in the 1980s, my mom, Marcy Persky, worked for United Press International when it was like the second biggest newswire in the world. And as they were starting to scale back in the 1980s, she left to do other things, but came back to the company in the early 2000s for a sort of an abbreviated wire service called NewsTrack. And she hired me on to be one of the copywriters. And I did that for a few years. And over the few years there, I kind of cultivated my beat as what were then known as the Quirks stories, just because they were, easy to bang out. And I had a bit of a sense of humor, which you might not know is kind of hard to find in this business. And NewsTrack, unfortunately, also went under in about like 2013 or so. And so my mom and I both lost our jobs at the time. And I went and worked at the worst call center in America for a blessed few months until I got an email from a man who was then the managing director of UPI saying, hey, we're looking for somebody to be a full-time odd news writer. We know you have experience with this. We're having a hard time filling this position because, again, sense of humor, and a lot of people just don't have it. So he gave me kind of a trial period, and that went really well. And I've been writing odd news for UPI consistently ever since.
That's awesome. That's really, really cool. It's so neat to see that you were able to kind of cultivate this by yourself and get yourself into it by finding your niche. So, but what was it about the odd news? A, what is it about the odd news that you find yourself really drawn to? And B, how do you find it?
Well, part of what drew me to the odd news was back in the really early NewsTrack times. I was very generalized, doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And what I found is that I just do not have a taste for most mainstream news. Things that are really depressing and upsetting, would just... Yeah. I was a sensitive child, and that did not go away. So I'd read about something horrible happening to somebody and then have to write about it and have to take a few minutes to just collect myself and, have a good cry before I got onto the next horrible, depressing thing. And that's kind of how I started getting more and more odd news focused. And as far as finding things, that changes almost every 6 months because like trends in news are constantly changing, and the way that things are published and way that things like search engines work is constantly changing. So I'm constantly trying to update how I do things. But most of it is Google, actually. Like Google alerts are pretty worthless because they take like 3 days. So I honestly spend more hours a day on Google than I do actually writing, trying to find like the newest, most interesting stuff that comes out. And over the years of doing this, I've cultivated like some relationships with like press officers at like the RSPCA in Britain, and like this man David Rush, who breaks a Guinness World Record every week and posts a video, and they'll just send me stuff into my inbox, which is very helpful for me because that's an hour that I don't have to spend on Google that day.
It's incredible. Have you ever had a story shared with you or that you found that has just been too weird or too crazy for you to write about?
Oh, like literally all the time. All the time. Uh, well, part of what we try to do in our particular UPI Odd News section is we want it to be something that's like a bit of a safe haven for your news reading, something that'll make you smile if it doesn't make you laugh, or something that at least will make you go whoa or wow, and not like or ooh. So we try to stay away from anything where somebody gets killed or hurt, or if something crazy happens, but it's because somebody has like a drug problem or they were drunk and had like the worst day of their lives. We feel that's a little like exploitative to try to make amusement out of that. So yeah,
Right.
that's kind of an everyday thing. One thing that to this day I'm still actually proud that I did get away with, and to this day I still don't know how, was pretty early on somewhere in 2014 in Toronto. Somebody installed this giant Satan statue on an empty pedestal that somebody had already taken a statue from. It was just an empty pedestal in a park, and this giant Satan with a huge, we'll say, male anatomy part in its state of arousal. And I was like, I feel like you probably aren't going to let me do this, but,
Just-
the editor that was in charge was like, no, it's great. It's fine. We'll just put a content warning on the image, so you have to click through to it. And I'm still proud. Like, when people ask me what my favorite headline I ever wrote was, it's still sexually aroused Satan's erection, a mystery.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's incredible.
Outside of Odd News, do you have what are some of your other interests, and do you ever get a chance to write about those too?
Yeah, I do some entertainment work at UPI as well, especially like sometimes just fill-in stories, but I get to do like interviews with famous people, and I get to more or less choose those myself. Sometimes the editor will be like, hey, we got an offer for this person, do you want to do it? But a lot of the time I just get to pitch up like, hey, Bright Eyes has a new album out, can I try to get an interview with Bright Eyes? Or actors, and I don't want to say out loud who I'm supposedly interviewing in a couple hours, because then it won't happen. I've had this problem before where I tell all my friends and then they cancel it last minute. But that's actually a lot of fun because I get to interview like a lot of actors and musicians I like, and stand-up comedians that I really admire. And that's really exciting and a good time for me.
Nice.
We have a fun hat that Mike's holding. You are our favorite animal verb place writer, meaning it seems like we always find some random animal that somebody owns in some random state doing something. I mean, that's fair. And so we need your help. Mike's going to draw some random things from the hat, and we need you to give us like your opening sentence or opening paragraph if it just feels like a moment of inspiration. What would that likely be in terms of the story? For this, we also have very special music. So this is the music that this soundboard randomly played. Anyway, Mike,
Great.
take it away. We're gonna play
All right.
animal, verb, place with the one, the only Ben Hooper.
Woo. All right. So first we have an animal. Ooh, this is a good one. A narwhal. Narwhal is our animal. Next we have our that's really funny. Our verb, which is jumps. So narwhal jumps. And Tennessee, our favorite.
You really like when it's in
Narwhal.
Tennessee, don't you? Oh, no.
Narwhal jumps in Tennessee.
All right.
Okay. The Federal Bureau of Investigation is pleading for the public's health after a narwhal was caught jumping over a 7-Eleven dumpster behind the City Hall of Nashville, Tennessee.
That's so great.
That's so good.
Correct. Yes.
Got it.
Ding, ding, ding.
Nailed it.
All right.
I think that's like worth 100 points. We haven't
Yeah,
really
you win.
calculated the scoring for this game yet, Ben. But Kate Laugh in our chat. What's the score, if you would? While Mike draws one more random animal verb place.
Is Caleb taking a break?
No, go ahead. You can
All
draw
right.
'em.
Well, the next one we have our animal is a chimp. Chimpanzee. Our verb is evades. And our place is Denver.
Oh no.
Chimpanzee evades in Denver.
The Colorado Department of Wildlife is asking campers to steer clear of the Rocky Mountains after a chimpanzee evades medical officials from the University of Colorado attempting to inject it with malaria. Please, they warn, do not allow the chimp to bite you.
Hands down, my favorite interview we've done thus far.
Yes. Ding, ding,
I
ding.
think that's how the movie Outbreak started.
Yeah,
It's probably
something
accurate.
like that.
That's ridiculous. Those were clearly Colorado State medical officials, okay? Not University of Colorado. I mean, geez, watch the movie, 1984.
I don't know about that.
All right, officially, Caleb's telling us, Ben, that you are winning 77-0. Would you like to go for the 100 mark?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, for
All right.
100, probably
Last
points. Here's Ben Hooper.
I like how it's 77-0. Who else is playing?
Is there a Guinness?
Playing against my own darker side.
could you get your Guinness World Record person? Is this the most points scored all time in animal verb place? It could be. I don't know. All right, Mike, what's
It
the
might
animal?
be.
All right, let's see. So our animal is a giraffe. Giraffe. I don't know. I'm holding that up. You can't really see it very well. Our verb is eat. Giraffe eats. And our yes, our place is Ryan's house.
What? Remember having any room for giraffes?
Officials with Guinness World Records announced that they are planning to create a new category to commemorate the incident that took place when a giraffe ate an entire crate of Lucky Charms in the basement of Ryan's house.
That happens every day. It's ridiculous. I
I
really gotta
Most
store
Lucky
this.
Charms ever eaten by a giraffe at Ryan's house. They get really specific sometimes.
I really do need to put those Lucky Charms somewhere else. I hadn't thought about that. That one's also correct.
Ding, ding, ding.
And officially, K-Laugh, what's the final score? Ben Hooper versus Shadow Ben Hooper, apparently. Also, a big shout out to Annie Martin saying, "Hi, Ben," on YouTube. Thank you for being here. And Sherry, who said, "Best interview ever." The official final score, drumroll please, 136-0. That's a shutout, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
That might
Take
also be a
that, my
Guinness
darker
record.
impulses.
They said it never happened.
Yep. Someone said that, I'm sure. Ben Hooper, outstanding entertainment writer, odd news reporter for United Press International. We absolutely love you. Someday we'd love to have you back to play 5 questions with GMS. But Ben, thank you so much for being here today.
It's been incredible.
Yeah, and I love your name, by the way, in our Discord too. Ben is your hero.
Yes.
Everything about it's great. That's
Thank
Ben
you.
Hooper joining us on
Thanks,
Gaming
Ben.
Morning
Thanks, Ben.
Thank
Show. A lot of fun. It is now 7:39 out on the West Coast. Thanks for being here with Gaming Morning Show. A hefty goof hanging out with you. That is Sean and Mike as well. All right, Mike, it's time for the verdict, my friend. Was that everything that you had hoped for and more?
And more. I couldn't have asked for anything better. In the beginning, I thought maybe Ben didn't like us so much because we were a little much, but he settled right in, and he could just totally come on our show and be. He fits in perfectly. Ben's amazing.
Yeah,
It's my favorite interview, and that's saying a lot because I really enjoyed Kathleen and Tom as well. But Ben Hooper wins big time, and I'm real sorry that Jelly kind of came in as we were saying goodbye.
Jelly,
I'm also sorry for your Lucky Charms.
you missed the greatest show ever. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for sending your group over. 11 folks joining us on Twitch. You just missed Ben Hooper, but you have not missed Kimberly Palmer, who's joining us tomorrow at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time. We will have an interview with the Nerd Wallet writer about financial literacy in video games. But in less than an hour from now, Master Jordy plays 5 Questions GMS. That's coming up on Gaming Morning Show. If you've never been here before, my love, Needle is here. My sheep is here. It's good to see you. We are one in the hot tub together. We are a morning radio show that plays games. That is Sean and Mike on the left side of your screen. I am Hefty Goof. Good to see you, Big Jim. Thank you for being here. Big thanks to Sherry for subscribing to our YouTube. We will have the Ben Hooper interview. Not the Ben Hooper. I loved that you included Ryan's house in your list, but also like Tennessee was drawn. Tennessee was drawn.
Absolutely. And it was totally random. It wasn't because I was like, maybe I'll just make them all up and like just say them all. But it was totally at random, and I couldn't have asked for anything better. The Ben Hooper gods were with us.
When you were looking down on our view, we couldn't see the hat, so it made me wonder if Mike was cherry picking the ones that he was picking up. But I believe you. Narwhal was in there.
Which was, again, awesome that came up too.
Those Tennessee narwhals.
Yep.
You got to watch out behind the city hall. They jump over trash cans.
Ben is your hero in Discord.
His name is incredible.
It's pretty cool. Ben seems like a lot of fun. I'm happy that Ben was a good sport and let us play that special game on Gaming Morning Show. Thank you, Hyper, for joining us as well. It's a Colonel Jellybone Jabroni raid. Jelly's a fantastic cosplayer. If you've never checked out Jelly, please visit Jelly. And was a guest host last Friday on GMS. Coming up, we have sports on Mini Golf Day. We are asking you the question, do you like mini golf? And what's the best mini golf course you've ever seen? I waxed poetic about the same course that Sean and I played back in Southern California all those years ago. Because it's definitely the same one across from the Ramada, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, obviously it was the very same place.
Exactly the same.
But do you remember what it's called?
It was called Sean and Ryan's Memorial Golf Course.
Yep.
Oh, Downs is right. Downs we forgot to ask about the Twitter password.
Dang it. That's right. I sent him a friend request on Discord. We'll see if he accepts
it. Mike, that's a little strong. As somebody who makes moves on a sheep in a hot tub, you need to slow down a little bit, okay?
Well, I just want to be his friend.
Someone else had a good question I was going to use, but we just ran long, so we'll have to ask on 5 questions. But chat, thank you for the questions. Even Downs is asking about if you were Sasquatch brothers. It turns out you think it's a Chewbacca.
I'm pretty sure it looked like, because there was a little like shiny guy that looked like a stormtrooper. So I think that was a Chewbacca.
Nice work, chat. Let's do a Ben Hooper story in honor of Ben Hooper. And I think it was fun, too, because Ben did mention, I think you heard this, Mike and Sean, that used to work at a call center, and it was the worst call center in the history of call centers ever. Once Mike,
right in the fields.
Myself, and Sean met whilst working at a call center.
Mike job number 4073.
It's a long time ago. So, This one's in Colorado, which came up kind of Denver, obviously. But this one, not a stolen animal or a loose animal, but a phone booth, Mike.
Yeah, someone stole something, and it's not very nice at all, you jerks. Residents of a small Colorado town are pleading for the return of a stolen phone booth that served as the centerpiece of a public park for decades. Cope residents Vicky, Cecil, and Larry Payne said the phone booth was a major landmark in the town of about 56 people for some 50 years. The booth, in its functioning years, originally sat outside of a Conoco gas station, a gas station, but later became an ornamental feature of Memorial Park, where the station closed. The residents said the booth didn't have phone service, but often drew travelers who would pose for photos. We never hooked it up because the cost is, well, like you say, everybody's got their cell phones today. Payne, president of the Cope Recreation Club, told KUSA TV. Residents said the theft has been reported to the Washington County Sheriff's Office. It was just kind of a novelty. It's just sad that somebody would, take our little phone booth, Payne said. We thought that was a significant piece of our town history. As they say, got cell phones. It's interesting.
Took you a while, Sean. I was getting worried you weren't finding one.
Sean stole it? That's messed up, man.
I'm inside it. All the ones I found were like stock photos with like logos all over it. So I had to find one that didn't have logos on it. I'm pretty good about this.
I like how it's black and white.
Yeah, very noir.
It's an artsy phone booth.
And for the Doctor Who fans that are out there, some of the B-roll for Ben Hooper's interview included him in front of his shower curtain, which is a TARDIS.
Which was incredible.
Yep.
I've tried to let my wife let me do things like that, and she's like, no.
That's it.
Fine,
It's very succinct and to the point.
It's very
just make it's like no.
Well, see, it used to be I'd be like, hey, I've got this great idea, and then we'd have a conversation. But now I say, hey, I've got this great idea, and I tell her what it is, and she lets me, which is incredible, but then she just says no. She's learned it's not worth trying to reason with me. So I did buy a drill the other day, though, so that was pretty cool.
Chris did call it the Cope Memorial Phone Booth.
Wow.
So
I mean, technically, at this point, it is. All 56 people are pretty upset about it.
I can't believe there's a phone booth. Does anyone have cell phones anymore? Just kidding.
As you know, they say everybody has cell phones. Who says that?
They said that.
They. There's like do you hear the weird laser sound?
Like lasers or blazers?
Like someone has a laser car thing, I think.
Choo choo choo.
Yeah, and it's doing that.
By the way, if Billy Thundergun hadn't been given out,
Good moron.
Hyper's here. Good moron, Hyper. If the Billy Thundergun award hadn't been given out, I would have given it to Sean for when the Satan story with the penis came out. Sean said jousting rod.
I couldn't bring myself to say it out loud.
Yeah, I was like, do I? No.
Well, and that's the thing. It wasn't a question, but I was going to share Chris saying best odd news reporter that's out there. But it sounds like Ben, does a lot of other things for UPI. We got to find him, Mike. Or is it just the celebrity things that we wouldn't be able to share? I suppose. So,
and this is something that I'll probably tell Ben at some point. Hopefully, if we ever have a conversation again. One of the things that I really like about Ben, and yeah, we can joke and say like, "Hi, he's my hero" and all that, and that's fine. But what I really like about Ben's stuff, right, is we could totally put the news out there about, what did Joe Biden do, or, what nonsensical nonsense did Donald Trump say, or what war is happening, or what celebrity knocked up some other celebrity, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, I don't know about you, but I have a pretty big smile on my face after reading these stories.
Yeah.
Because they're so ridiculous. Such as high school students helping the police wrangle a bunch of sheep. You know, or the phone. Someone stole a phone booth. Like that's funny. It's not sad and depressing. So that's what I really appreciate about it.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
trying to
and
think. Go ahead.
And they don't come across as like they're being written by an AI, because sometimes like fluff pieces, even if they're being written by an actual person, just come across as like, oh, a bot wrote this. It has no personality.
Yeah.
But that's not the case with his stuff.
Yeah. Well, and Mike, we've talked about this. Like the best part about doing an entertainment show, but also getting to do it with, you know, our ability to talk about serious topics, because that was an important thing for the show, is it lightens people's load. Like morning shows have been designed this way to have a little bit of fun. So I think that rings true, especially when you and I have talked offline. Like you and I both value entertainment wholeheartedly because of that, right? It's the less serious, it's the fun, and that's kind of what makes the show a lot of fun to do each morning too.
Heck yeah.
Chris would like to know, how will the citizens of cope with the loss of the phone booth?
Not very well, apparently. They will, as they say, you know, get a cell phone.
Because, you know, they say that.
That's funny. That was really cool. I really enjoy it too. Once Ben really settled in, I think maybe he didn't know quite what to expect coming into it. Like if we were just gonna like make fun of him or do something stupid or whatever. But once he really settled in, I think found his flow, if you will. He's a pretty funny guy.
He's a really funny guy.
Yeah.
I think, you know, behind the curtain a little bit too, like it's not easy to be a guest on the show because we give you a piece of paper that explains what to expect, and we ask you to show up a minute before the interview starts, and then we just get straight into it, right? There's just not enough time to like do what most shows would do, which is you have a booker, you have somebody who's scheduling these interviews, having the time to dedicate to explain what to expect, right? Instead, it's like, hey, you don't know me, but really quick, could you jump on our show? The interview is going to last about 10 minutes, and the moment that we first talk to you, we're going to be on the air. Okay? Sound good? Right?
Well, too, and if you think about it, like if you look at and I was thinking about this the other day, I'm actually kind of glad that my bio says human apple and yada yada, whatever, you know, because I was looking at it the other day and I was like, man, you guys sound like you're on top of things. Like, you know, 20 years in radio or whatever it is, and Sean's a doctor, and I'm a human apple. So you're like, okay, maybe this isn't as serious as it could be.
I like how Mike always brings that up, but hasn't yet to change his Twitter bio.
Never gonna change. That's what it is. Well, I mean, I don't have a lot else to brag about. I was a human apple for a while, and that's pretty incredible.
You could say read things. Well, wasn't Chewbacca without pants at prom?
I had shorts on, okay?
Those aren't pants.
Yeah, those are shorts.
That's fair.
Ruling stands. Yes, you're a apple, says Quiet. I did like K-Laugh's effort on the scoreboard there.
Yeah.
Like how in the middle of the game, he's like, I don't understand this game.
But I'll score it. No problem.
I, however, don't appreciate you yelling at us, Kyle.
Kyle,
was
you
very
raised
rude.
your voice at us?
He typed in all caps. All caps.
It's never happened before. Not with K-Laugh.
I was a bit dismayed.
I thought I knew you.
We need to go buy a placard when they get that phone booth back and go put it on there that says the Cope Memorial Phone Booth. GMS.watch. You said it was Colorado, right?
Yeah.
Well, I might be out there in the next couple months. I could probably pull it off.
That makes me think of on the John Oliver, the Last Week Tonight. He with the sewer. There was I don't know if you're familiar with that, but there was like a sewer treatment plant in Connecticut, and I don't know if they couldn't raise the money or whatever, but John Oliver like gave them money for it, so they named it the John Oliver Sewer Treatment Center or whatever.
They forgot Memorial.
Yeah. That's hard to pick. Yeah, you can't. I think we've copywritten Memorial at this point.
That's right. No one can ever use it without the express written consent of Gaming
No, it's-
Morning Show.
It's the improper use. If you use it
Oh,
correctly, you're
gotcha,
fine.
gotcha.
But if you use it where it's not appropriate, then you get sued real
Makes
quick.
sense. Yeah.
Real quick. We have got lawyers standing by, like in the TV ads.
We have more lawyers than we have fulfillment people, so just look it up. Gaming Morning Show 7:54, West Coast 10:54 on these 3:54 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Big thanks again to Ben Hooper for joining us. We'll have that on our YouTube page down the road. You can also stick around. In 30 minutes from now, we play 5 Questions GMS with Master Jordy, Twitch streamer, who will be hosting a 24-hour charity stream starting on Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. More information at Jordy, Master Jordy specifically on Twitch. Thanks again to Scott Chick for the host. Thank you, Jellybone, for the raid on Twitch. Sherry, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Master Jordy also hosting us in the first hour. Coming up, final hour, crew checks in. We'll also tell you about a lamb on the loose in Utah. That story's on the way. Really quick, it's time for sports. Last night, Sean, did the Mets win?
No.
Mike, did the Mets win?
It was a travel day.
So they did not win.
1 for 1.
What? The Packers bounced back from their loss to the Saints, won 35-17 on Monday Night Football against Detroit. Any other sports headlines?
Sports happen.
Cool. Lots of sports.
Sports.
Kalaf, do you have a golf update?
What? I'm
said-
working.
KJ said you need to 3D print a new phone booth and then place it there to donate.
I feel like that's I don't want them to get mad. They're gonna be like, are you mocking us? Yeah, no, yes,
A little bit.
maybe.
We could have it say on the top that says, they say everyone has cell phones, like have it loop around the top.
As they say, everyone has cell phones.
I don't see any other sports things I want to share. Kalaf, though, said, I played terribly yesterday. So for Kalaf...
Dang it, Kalaf. No, I don't think. No, he doesn't get a clap for that. You got to be better. Better. Building back better. Nope.
We can't stop Mike until you jump in, please.
Can't stop.
We want to.
Can't do
Our
it.
hands are going to fall off. Mike! Yeah! Thank you, Mike. You saved us.
JJ Redick retired. Megan
interesting.
Rapinoe and Sue Bird among athletes urging the Supreme Court to do things. Never mind, I don't want to read all that. Oh, Royals Perez sets MLB record for homers by a catcher with 46 long ball of the season.
Who was the previous? Was it Piazza?
That's more than likely Mike Steroid Piazza.
Wow. Former Met. All right. We'll take a break. We have to say goodbye to Sean for now. Okay.
For today.
Okay. Tomorrow, Sean will be back.
Indeed.
Tomorrow, Kimberly Palmer will be on from NerdWallet. We'll talk about financial literacy and video games. So that's tomorrow. Master Jordy next hour playing 5 Questions GMS. Mike will stick around, I'm pretty sure. We'll see who's on the other side of the break. What we do know is you're here with us, chat. We'll be back with more Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. It's Tuesday, September 21st, 2021.
Summertime, got liquor on the table. I don't mind where the night goes, your skin on mine. I see no other people, love is blind, but that's all want you to stay. When you're playful, give it time. I'll make you mine, girl, your hand in mine. I'll lead you far away, girl, so divine. Our lips touch, our eyes close. Pull me down, drown me in this thing I'm feeling. Round and round, our world is turning upside down. Tell me how I could be the one you're needing, girl. Your touch is driving me wild. I want your body on me. This moment is fleeting, so don't go away. I want your body on me. This moment is magic, I want you to stay. I want your body on me. This moment is fleeting, so don't go away. I want your body on me. This moment is magic, I want you to stay. Your body on me. I want you to stay.
We'll put rampart shields up and show you exactly the right formation to make your home pop.
Look at this curve.
Absolutely. You really always want to have a nice 30-degree bend in your shields. Make sure there's few gaps, but if there are gaps, make them purposeful gaps.
Right.
Yes, this gap is intentional for reasons for like snipers. If I don't want sometimes you don't want the accelerated damage. Maybe you want to try to shoot between the lines.
Exactly.
Will the homeowners like their new Rampart shields? Find out when we come back.
I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely hated it.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, we play 5 questions and GMS Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 3. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Thanks for being here with us. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningshow.tv. We are 15 minutes away from talking to Master Jordy. Have a charity stream coming up on Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific time on Twitch, as we're going to be raising some money. We'll find out for what. And there was promised, Mike, shenanigans. There were promised shenanigans. So we'll find out what those shenanigans are from
Good
one
shenanigans
Master
or
Jordy.
bad shenanigans?
Evil shenanigans. Sent Ben Hooper message, said thanks a lot for joining us. It was a lot of fun. If you missed it, our good friend Ben Hooper of UPI, who brings us headlines like this, Lamb on the Loose, the University of Utah. We had Ben on to talk to us and play the game Animal Verb Place, which is sweeping the nation. I've already heard from several distributors looking to have us market that game.
Not gonna lie, that would be kind of a fun game. I might have to do that on like GMS After Dark.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea
Like
for
that,
sure.
the end of each show.
Speaking of After Dark, big announcement coming up later this week about GMS After Dark, so stick around for that. It's all ahead on GMS. K-Lap did say that would be a fun game, honestly, so that's good. Following the rules, KJ remembered.
Remember, if you're getting food, you must show and tell when you come back.
And so KJ's eating a gluten-free gooey pumpkin cake for breakfast. So,
what makes it gooey? Is there like pumpkin on the inside?
Have you had any munchkins lately?
No, not since last week.
Okay.
I've been very busy.
I do admit, I mean, I'm always going to be a Starbucks stan over Dunkin', but I do like donuts, right? So Dunkin's good at that. Much better than Starbucks, specifically. I wish there was a Dunkin' here so I could go grab my pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks and then get some pumpkin donuts, which somebody on my Instagram feed, someone in my personal circle, was making pumpkin like sugar coated donuts the other day. Also, bad news for me, I found out that there's folks on like TikTok and Instagram who do reels about like making like briskets and stuff in the barbecue. This person made rib corn dogs. Rib corn dogs. So you take a rack of ribs, you smoke them, then you pull out all the bones, and you put the rib on a stick. You dip the rib into like a corn dog batter with caramelized bacon in it. So now I want it. Yeah.
I just made a mess.
Apparently, Chris M.E. says we have a journalist stamp of approval. Chris, could you be on the back of the box? Like, you know how when you write a book, people give like quotes that go on the back? Could you write for us, former reporter Chris M.E., host of GMS Weekend Edition, says Animal Place verb would be pretty popular among journalists. And then we'd market it that way. Is that cool with you?
No.
Scott Chick said, oh, I like how we reminded Scott Chick. I had salted caramel and chocolate cake for breakfast this morning. Let's go.
That's fair. That's
cake
totally
for breakfast is good.
Morning to the Final Hour crew.
Needle said I'd devour that. We will send you free of charge corn dog rib in the mail, Needle. Just for you.
I don't know if we could do that.
Well, and this person, I'll have to find. I'm gonna open my Instagram and see if it happens to be like the first person that pops up. But they were making like aged, mummified steaks, which I didn't know you could do. But you like dry out the beef and you wrap it in like a cheesecloth so it protects it from getting spoiled. But
Where's the
apparently it
beef?
makes it like ridiculously tender.
Okay. I'll try it. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't want to eat it, but
I'll eat it.
I don't want to eat it. I want to devour it. Devour it.
I like how Chris is referencing picas, the old measurement of, I don't know, newspapers. I used them more in magazines. We used them in yearbook. Picas before pixels, am I right? That should be a shirt. Right next to
We have a
cell
lot
phones.
of their shirts. We have a lot of shirts. I am Todd Hanks is a great shirt. Oh, we have a medical guy with us.
Wait, Sean's back?
It says Medical Dream 555.
Okay.
Sean must have changed his name.
I had a dream last night. What kind of dream? Oh, it was a medical dream.
Oh, what happened in medical things?
If Joel's here, load last checkpoint. I did have a dream about Idaho last night.
Why?
I don't remember, but it was not a great dream. So
It's
Nintendo
only
Nerds.
just a dream.
Nintendo Nerd says medical dream sounds like something else.
Yeah. What are the things called? Nocturnal things. Missions.
Nocturnal things. Coming this fall to Netflix.
I dreamed a medical what? It's a terrible terrible play, Chris. It's a terrible song from Les Miserables. I dreamed a medical dream.
Would die. I can't remember what the actual line is, but I remember that note. Have you ever seen the Saturday Night Live parody with the lobster diner?
Nope.
They did a full-blown Les Miserables because
yes, Chris.
somebody ordered a lobster from a diner. It's a John Mulaney skit. It's so good.
I don't want to say the word. Chris said it.
Nocturnal emissions?
Uh-huh.
It's the medical term.
Uh-huh.
Do you know
the medical term for a wet dream?
See, that's the part you didn't have to say. You said the silent part out loud.
I had to. Once you wrote it in there, it became a necessity.
KJ says nocturnal things. Chris said he says nocturnal emissions. So we're all getting the code. And then Mike's like, well, here's what it actually is.
Well, here's the other word for it.
But you refuse to say nocturnal
Oh my gosh. I don't like science. Right?
Mike.
Bad things happen with science.
So good. Speaking of,
I looked someone up apparently.
so good. Theo's on tomorrow.
Theo.
Why? Why, KJ?
You need a shower too, like Kiki.
Man, Kiki's downloaded the game and we haven't heard from Kiki since. Is Kiki okay?
Or what? Did she download like Super Seducer or something? What are you doing, Kiki?
So Kiki gets on, which this never happens. This is the first in GMS history. Kiki goes, I'm gonna go take a shower. Okay, cool. You know, that's the Chris M.E. method. That's fine. Comes back, says like I'm all squeaky clean.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. And then was like, all right, I gotta download a game. And we're like, okay, Kiki, you're being very explicit. Like you're telling us everything that you're doing today. Are you okay? Like it just seemed odd. And we haven't heard from Kiki since.
Taking up a lot of bandwidth. Nice.
Oh,
Downs,
hey.
you shut your mouth.
Yeah, Downs. I mean, I like Miss Theo like everybody, but I mean, Ben Hooper had a very nice appearance.
It was real bad.
Oh,
I mean, it is fun to make fun of Chris, but it was real terrible.
All right, I'm good. Kiki's here. Phew. Was getting
Kiki,
concerned.
are you okay?
We also could make a shirt hashtag Squakiki clean, like Sean said.
That was really good.
Sean had a good show. Good 2 hours.
Why is your internet provider kill? See, there it is. Kiki's internet provider is there. They're trying to kill her. Sorry, Kiki.
KJ, did you give your internet provider to Kiki?
No, you can't. You can't come back from that, Downs. That was rude.
Ooh. Kate has a good point. Yeah.
What was
a good
that?
Point.
Sky.
Maybe it was Skynet.
It could have been.
Oh, dang it. Oh my gosh.
Needle, did you realize that when you chose sheep, that was going to be something that would last for way longer than you expected? What game is it, Kiki? Is it Splitgate?
Oh, balls. And our internet has been disconnected.
You're welcome. We'll
Way
pay
to go,
for it.
Kiki. So I should move to America, where the internet also sucks.
Quiet said, Kiki's internet delivery service. So kids. Uh-oh. 1-877.
Kiki for kids.
Get your
Play-
internet today.
Play Apex with Kiki's kids.
Quiet. It's like, oh, I didn't realize. Ah, we're losers.
Oh, darn.
Bunch of losers. Without Sean, we're hopeless.
I've never seen Kiki so mad.
What, Chris? Oh, are you mad because now you have that stuck in your head the rest of the day?
187. Just uninstall Kiki. That's when you're raging. Just uninstall and then do it
This is why you can only play one game, Kiki. That's the easiest way. Just play one game.
forever.
Yeah.
Forever. Yeah, I can't find any Dunkin' like within like 500 miles of you.
I know.
So it looks like I can't move back to Oregon.
We need to have an exchange program.
Or here's what we're gonna do, okay, everybody? We're gonna raise some money on the next year anniversary show for Mike to open up a Dunkin' out in Portland. Okay, it's only $500,000, so that's not too much. So yeah, there you go.
If you start selling your Todd Hanks shirts and the hats,
Yeah,
I think you'll
yeah.
be in good shape. It's
Franchise.
8:17 West Coast, 11:17 on the East Coast. So are we gonna start doing 8:17 on the Starbucks coast, 11:17 on the Dunkin' coast, and it's 4:17 for those watching? What's a UK coffee company? Anyone?
Blood pudding.
Kate Zade's gonna give you a loan from Stardew Valley. That'll work.
Great. That should totally work.
What do you mean, Nintendo? 877 cash now.
So, and it's not just the West Coasters, Nintendo. It's also people from the tri-state area in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut, which is 4 states, but they call it the tri-state area, so who cares? But yeah, that song's... listening to Mets games, it's on literally every ad break.
What about in Chicago if you were to order carpet?
I don't know. I don't listen
The
to
Empire
those.
song?
Couldn't tell you.
It's like call 588-2800 Empire today.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
All right, Lamb on the Loose in Utah. This is a Ben Hooper
Lamb on the
story.
Lamb. Who? Who's
Ben?
that guy?
Hooper is your hero.
I was going to call him Mr. Ben the whole time, but then I was like, that's going to be weird. Mr. Ben. So we're going to go back to Utah. So when we were last in Utah, on the last episode of Today in Utah, they discovered a city underwater. Atlantis. But this time, they've discovered something much worse. A lamb brought to the University of Utah as a research animal is on the loose after escaping during its delivery to the school. University officials said the ewe was one of 5 lambs brought to James L. Sorensen Molecular Biotechnology Building, where researchers use farm animals to study infectious diseases. The lamb broke away from the herd during the delivery late Monday or early Tuesday and gave pursuers the slip. It remains on the loose, University spokesman Chris Nelson told the Salt Lake Tribune. It pushed past people, and they were trying to get it, but couldn't. The lamb was later spotted near the Language Arts and Communication building, where Avery Holton, chair for the school's Department of Communication, was among those who snapped photos of the animal. Added to the list of roles I wasn't aware I would take on as new department chair, shepherd of actual sheep, Holton wrote on Twitter. Animal control officers attempted to capture the lamb while it was wandering near the building, but the animal managed to escape once again. The Salt Lake County Animal Control Department said officers are still working to capture the sheep, which is believed to still be somewhere on campus. Have they checked frat houses? Because, I mean, that would be great. That's...
Needle,
they should just bust it
we
out of
need
the hot
your
tub,
expertise. Right? Yeah, that's what Down said. They should have tried to seduce it in a hot tub. Kiki, look what you've done to me.
What?
Is Diego all right?
Yeah, I think he's angry that the sheep's on the loose. It's okay.
All right. A classic Ben Hooper story. Thanks again to Ben Hooper for joining us on GMS. It is now 8:20 West Coast. We are going to have our interview with Master Jordy, who's holding a charity stream coming up, hosting it on the 24th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Jordy has a real job, and so wasn't able to be here. So we were able to get the whole group back together and have a full-blown GMS 5 questions with Master Jordy. It was a lot of fun.
1877 Master Jordy, Master.
Gaming Morning Show continues, and we are so excited to have our next guest with us. We will be playing 5 questions with the one, the only Master Jordy. It is so good to have you here, Jordy. Thank you so much for spending time with us this morning. How are things going for you? Yeah, we are really happy that you're all hanging out with us. Look at all these fine faces. They weren't here a second ago, but now they're here because, you know, the power of television and mystery. You are here. Or as Mike would say, magic. Okay, everyone just watch Mike do his magic and nod our heads, okay, and let Mike know he's doing a good job. Well, we asked Master Jordy about this 24-hour charity stream you have coming up on the 24th. It's going to start at 5 p.m. Pacific time. What are the details about the charity stream?
So I'm starting the charity stream at, like you said, 5 p.m. Pacific, and I'm raising money for Child's Play Charity, which is a charity that raises money for gaming equipment for kids to play games whenever they have long hospital stays, which is, you know, a cause that I'm pretty passionate about because I do work in a hospital myself, so I kind of know, you know, how terrible being in a hospital can be. So it's something I chose after a lot of consideration and kind of shopping around different charities.
You have shenanigans promised. Can you give us any insight on said shenanigans? What are we going to be doing for 24 hours?
I guess you'll have to find out.
Ooh, tease.
Ooh.
He's
A
good at
mystery.
this.
I know one shenanigan.
There you go. He's lied. He put out like fake ones.
What is it?
I'm not telling.
You gotta tell us. It's the
No.
rules. Jordy, can she
It's
tell
a tease
us?
within a tease. Tease.
Did
But
you
Jordy's
say
the master. He can
T-ception?
do whatever. Tease.
No.
Wait, T-ception? Like the leaves? Or
Dealer's choice.
Jordy, what's your favorite tea?
That's
I
not one of the
like-
questions.
It's not one of the 5 questions, though.
I really like dragonberry tea.
All right, it's like a warm-up question.
Mhm.
Ding! Good. There you go.
Whoa, nice. That was good.
Did you
Wow.
just cue Bob? Is Mike Bob? What
We'll
is
never know.
happening?
I guess.
God.
I don't really know.
All right, well, we'll check it out. Twitch.tv/MasterJordy. It's starting at 5 p.m. Pacific time on the 24th. But right now, you have one job, and that is to play 5 questions GMS. Let's do so with our guest of the day. It's Master Jordy on Gaming Morning Show. All right, let's get you in here and ask you question number 1. Pressing questions that these are, of course. We asked you where you've not traveled that you would love to go, and you told us, I think I want to go to Norway because I want to check out the Northern Lights. So our Northern Lights Authority is the Canadian Space Agency, and according to said agency, the following colors, there's a U in there because it's from Canada, can be seen when the Northern Lights are in the sky. These are the colors that are in the sky according to the Canadian Space Agency. Green, pink and dark red, so those count as 1. Red, different red, or blue and purple. Ryan, me, is thinking of one of those. Which is it?
It's one pair. So
Red.
Or look at Ryan's. Ryan, I like your hoodie. It's very. What is that color?
Oh, you like this? This is new. This old thing.
Yeah.
Just dusted this
Your
off.
Mike,
I really
sticking
like.
Mike,
with
you have
red.
a nice shirt too.
Oh, thank you. This is my favorite color right here.
You're a big fan of.
So I didn't
blue,
hear
I
you
like
say.
my background too.
I didn't hear Jordy's answer.
Oh, blue.
And
Yeah. That's definitely one of Mike's
Indigo.
favorite colors.
it's a version of indigo.
Yes, indigo.
It's
I like
changing.
it. I like it. Go with indigo. Go with indigo. It was blue and purple.
Did I get
I
it?
don't know how you knew that.
Blue and
on the
and
first
purple,
try.
Yes.
Blue
Yes.
and purple.
First try.
First try.
Telepathy. It's the
First try.
telepathy.
Apparently, people smarter than me know that this is because hydrogen and helium molecules can produce blue and purple auroras, but these colors tend to be difficult for our eyes to see against the night sky. So
That's true.
that's why I wear it for you on the show.
That's why Jordy eliminated red right away. It was like, it's not
Yeah.
red.
Correct.
Definitely not red.
Good, Jordy. I like how you work.
You did it. You're 1 for 1. 1 for 1.
2.
Number 2, we asked for something that you seem to know a lot about that not many other people do. You said telling time without looking at a clock, and unusually good at reading body language. Okay, so we're gonna focus on the second one of those. Okay. Austin's demonstrating some pretty subtle body language right now. Read it for me. What's she telling you?
That she wants to go to an amusement park.
Oh, no.
What? That's what it looks like.
I love. Yeah.
Now I want to go to an amusement park.
Yeah, every time Austin wants to go to like Six Flags or something, she's always doing that motion that you can definitely clearly
I mean,
see.
to be fair,
when Austin
if your
rears
mom was
back.
like, "We're going to Six Flags," that would be the reaction.
My mom would know. And it would be my reaction.
Yeah. So it's right. It's obviously right.
Austin, is that correct?
You
two.
are a genius.
Let's go.
Just imagine Beelan came in and said, "Austin, we're going to Six Flags." There you go. And then she does the grumpy face.
Just interested to see what happens when Austin's
Your
just
mom is
elated.
here.
3. Obvious. Well, okay. I'm really glad I got this question. Something I'm very passionate about. We asked your favorite material, possession, or brand. You said your Tsugepi. Tsugepi?
Togepi.
Okay. Like I said, your Togepi. Why did you say Togepi?
Togepi.
Not Togepi or
Togepi.
I love toga pie.
My
It's my favorite pie.
It's right next to Toadsuck. It's fine. Toga pie. Why did you say toga pie?
So the reason why I said this, Togepi, is because my best friend from college won it from a claw machine and gave it to me, and I don't get to see my best friend very often.
A claw machine?
Yeah, Adam.
K-Laugh?
At an amusement park.
Pulled it out of Kayla? That's just
what?
Is the best friend Caleb? Because Jordy and Kyle are friends.
Is that why he's named Claw?
Maybe we should ask him.
If you throw change at
Caleb.
him, he'll give you things. Kyle. Okay, that's.
I
is
think
that
that's
correct?
good.
Correct.
Yes.
That's not all though. You also get a
Yes.
bonus question.
Ooh.
According to bulbagarden.net, the togepi exhibits a low tolerance for hunger. It is able to communicate this condition in a very effective manner. Jordy, Jordigi, Master Jordy, Jordicon, how do you know you're getting
Jordy
hangry?
Pie.
Jordy Pie? How do you know when you're getting hangry, Jordy?
Usually it happens whenever I start doing backflips and yelling.
Bet.
Sorry, what?
Yeah,
Backflips?
Go ahead.
Yep. I go like this,
Are you a gymnast?
then I do a backflip,
That's backflip.
then I just start yelling, and I'm like, I'm pretty hungry. I'm gonna go make some soup.
Sounds like a Snickers commercial to me.
What kind of soup? Yeah. Jordy, you're hungry. Eat a Snickers.
Some potato soup.
Oh.
Universal food of angry soup.
Ding.
Speaking
Yes.
of potato soup,
4
you've been
out of
playing
4.
Gartic a lot on your stream. And maybe there was potato soup drawn at one point. So according to Reddit user Silly V, Gartic is a short form of what? Multiple choice. Is it graphical art? Is it Great Arctic? Or is it Game of Art Inc?
What?
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 What was B again?
B is Great
Not
Arctic.
not anything to do with art. It has to play a part.
It was inspired by the great outdoors.
I mean, have you seen the logo?
No. It looks like words on stream, doesn't it?
It's like a paint can.
Oh, it's not words on stream.
I'm gonna go with C.
So C,
So,
Game of Art Inc.
Mm-hmm.
Game of Art Inc.
Um,
Gartic Inc. See, but there's no N in Gartink. Is it Gartink? Is that the name of the game? Is that how you play Togepi with Gartink?
Did you say Gartink?
Gartink? Garden? Which one did you say,
We did
Jordan?
research this game.
C.
You said which one?
C.
Which one?
Togepi.
Correct.
Honestly, I think they're all right because I don't think anyone actually knows.
Nope.
Yes.
According to some random Reddit user.
Silly V.
Of course.
We've cited
we can't
we've
doubt
cited-
Silly V.
Yeah, Silly V.
We've cited the Canadian Space Agency, bulbapedia.bulbagarden.net, and Silly V for this edition of 5 Questions GMS.
Brought to you by Papa John's.
All right, question number 5, because you were technically 5 of 4, so you're moving right along here. We
Nice.
asked you if you have a favorite joke. Now, this can be dad joke or otherwise. So, Master Jordy, what is your favorite joke?
I don't know if you're ready.
It's got to be clean. Sorry. Or you have to let Sean know so you can bleep it.
Oh yeah.
It's clean.
You should practice. Okay.
Okay. A burger.
I'm ready.
A burger.
Bad word.
Uh,
Sorry. Let's let Jordy tell us question.
Burger
Dang it.
walks into a bar, but the bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve food here."
I can't wait to tell that to my kids in the morning and have them stare at me like I'm
Ding.
an idiot.
What do you think Kiki would have rated that joke?
Solid 8.
Kiki likes burgers.
Yeah.
That's true.
She also
Play
likes
to the
food.
audience.
She likes
play to the
puns.
audience.
8.5 then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Solid
that
8.5.
works.
Maybe 9.
Correct.
What kind of mood she's
But
Master
if,
Jordy.
if Ryan tells it, should give it like a 6.
in. Yeah, true.
That's true.
Also
That's true.
Jordy was
Master
probably
Jordy,
getting a 2-point bump.
Highly successful appearance on 5 Questions GMS. By and large, crushed the board. Official score is somewhere between like 8.5 and 7. I don't know, something like that. We forgot to keep count. You actually, your best friend won something from a claw machine. Has anyone, by a show of hands, who here has won something from a claw machine? It's not easy.
No.
But I think we need to have Sean go to a claw machine now.
I used to be like a pro at it. No, Sean can't go to the claw machine. I want to do something that Sean can't do.
That's true. Sean's good at everything.
Sean is banned from every claw machine ever.
Now I've prepared some things for you all. Are you ready?
Wait, what? Sure.
Plot twist.
Tagepi.
The turntables.
Togepi?
They've turned.
So this question is for everyone. This is the history of GMS. How did you all meet?
It's funny. We were all picked out of a claw machine, just like on Toy Story.
Correct.
Everyone. Wait, what? That's correct. Yes, of course it is.
we all used to work together. All of us.
Yes,
Okay.
Together at the job that Mike remembers.
Every single one of us, including Austin. He was there too. I remember it distinctly.
That's
used
the
to
book
heat up
that
her
Austin would always
tofu
read
and,
when we worked together.
Yep. She'd heat up her
Olive Garden card just came out of my book.
Ooh,
That's Olive Garden that I put there on the last day we all worked together.
Yeah,
with that new
was-
logo that was definitely there 10 years
I
ago.
remember that. All around the
Okay,
water
do you need
cooler.
a Bob question? Jordy, do you need a Bob question number 2? Do you want a sound effect, or was that the only question?
Oh, I have more.
Oh, okay.
2.
All right, the next one is for Sean. You ready? All right, if you were stranded on an island, but could only bring one thing, but had an infinite amount of that thing, what would it be?
Ooh,
Ryan.
millions of these. And I just talk to him all the time. Be like, oh,
Ding,
hey,
ding, ding.
hey, little puppet me. And then I'd be like, hey, you get out of here. I'm talking to the other puppet me. And he'd go away. Be like,
All you or like different
that guy.
puppets?
No, man. I mean, I have
All the
access to
same
this one,
one.
so just this one. The other guy, he's kind of a jerk.
Did you just loop that behind your back?
No, I green screen.
Yep, that's exactly
That explains everything, right?
Gosh.
Okay,
I was
that's
really
correct.
hoping
I would
the
never
answer
be
would
lonely.
Ryan.
8.
Bob can't count today.
All right, Mike, you ready?
Oh yeah, go for it.
All right, if you ever met Bigfoot, what would be the first thing you'd do?
Ask him to slow dance.
I feel like you've thought about this.
Yes. That wasn't off the cuff. That was
Yep.
the answer.
It was Sasquatch.
Yep.
It was
I need better
Sasquatch.
tape.
Yeah, your tape is
okay.
very good.
6,
All
9.
Austin,
Nice.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
if you could meet one celebrity,
Harry Styles.
why?
Because I love him.
If you
And
can meet one
he's-
celebrity, but you also have to kill him, is it Harry Styles? That's rude. You didn't let Jordy finish the question.
I gotta let him get answer to the questions done.
Yeah, I have more written down.
That really
I'm
brings you
so
to the
sorry.
middle of that list because you're like, well, I want to meet him,
Yeah.
but I'm okay if they die.
How do I kill him?
Middle of the list.
Turn into Love Royale again? What the heck? Murder was very big on that one. We going?
Buttsicord.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good
Kill
answer
Harry.
or a bad answer. Okay,
Sorry you
still
have
gonna
to deal
kill
with
Harry
this, Jordy.
Clarence Styles.
0.
Such unprofessionalism. It's ridiculous.
All right, Ryan, you ready?
No.
Doesn't matter if he's ready.
What got you into podcasting?
Oh, I like how I didn't have to kill anybody. That's a win.
Yet,
Yeah, what?
yet. Wait for part 2 of the question.
So I got into podcasting after I murdered a person. No, just kidding.
I was on the run.
I don't know. I got a chance to be on the radio when I was super young, and I've always enjoyed talking into a microphone, and I like audio. So I've never hosted a podcast except to the live show that we do. But I am looking forward to doing more of it. It's been the absolute blessing of the last year to get to work with these other three and meet all y'all out in the world. So yeah, I just happened to be good at talking into a microphone, and someone gave me a chance when I was 16. So yeah,
Really funny, quick bonus story. When Ryan left the job that we had all mutually worked at, and Ryan sent me this in text a bit ago. I told him that I was so jealous he was going to get to go have a show just like Dan Patrick, that he was my hero, and now here he is, stuck with us, not like Dan Patrick at all.
I'll never
But
tell
I thought
you
it was
where the
pretty
bot
rad.
is. I don't. You might have heard
Oh,
something.
man.
Uh oh.
I tried it and it just didn't
Oh,
work.
Jordy,
However,
you got like 8 out of 5. What did we
Yeah.
get?
Do the ones we get right subtract the ones he got right? Are we back to 0?
No, they multiply.
Whoa, math.
Whoa. Whoa.
Man.
That's a
50.
lot.
Yeah, so like 64.
I think it's something like that.
That checks out.
That works.
Wow.
Nice.
now you
64
got-
out of 5.
But now you got that one right.
Oh,
Dang
So
it.
where's
Oh,
that
no.
factor in?
65?
I think you add 5 to 64 is the rule, right?
Oh, nice.
Mm.
Whatever that number is, that's how long that Jordy is going to be broadcasting on
Ryan's muted.
September
No, it's not.
24th at 5 p.m.
No, it
Pacific
doesn't
time.
work.
So
Oh, is he talking to the?
I
he's
do
talking to the
like you. I
people?
am talking
cut us
to
off?
you, and then
They
you
took
can't
it.
hear me, and then
Was
they
it-
keep.
We can't be
They can't
trusted.
hear me, but I'm doing a really good tease.
What a wiener window.
A really good outro for Jordy, and
Oh.
there you go. So Jordy, whatever that score was is what I was saying is how long you'll be broadcasting on the 24th. So when we figure that out,
69 hours.
it's like a
Oh,
long,
my.
long time.
Good luck, Jordy.
Jordy, thank you so much for being here to play 5 Questions GMS. We appreciate it.
thank
We
you
love
so
you.
much.
Thanks, Jordy.
Master Jordy, there you go. What a champ. What a stud. Joining us on Gaming Morning Show. That's Mike. I'm Hefty. Yeah, it was too bad we couldn't get Jordy on live, but thank you for having a lot of fun with this chat. What a wiener window.
Yep. Definitely not playing Valheim in the other screen. Hold on, give me a second.
This was always the magic of radio when you had an interview in the can. You had so much you could do while the interview was airing.
Like, build things in Valheim.
I gotta kick you out for a second. I'll be right back. That's Mike. We have takeaways that are pretty okay coming up. We also have clip of the day on the way, so get ready for that. Tomorrow, it'll be Kimberly Palmer joining us from Nerd Wallet. So excited for that. Please join us 7:25 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. All right, we got to wrap up a little bit earlier than usual today, so we'll be doing takeaways that are pretty okay very soon. Mike, it was a good show. You got to meet one of your heroes, Ben Hooper. The Jordy interview will also be on our YouTube. Jordy, I'm happy that you had fun with it, and good luck with your stream. My favorite part at the end of that, I mean, there was lots of favorite parts, was when I go, you're going to have to stream however long in points that you had, and Jordy's face went like this. Like there was actually a little bit of panic, even though I was kidding. All right, Mike, what are the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews headlines? What are the top video game headlines of the day?
Well, they're pretty exciting today. If you have ever played the game Cruising America back in like 1987, guess what? It's coming back. Cherry Red Corvette Stingray cuts through an LA street race and something else happens. But guess what? They're making a game and it's for an entertainment device. What is it? On the Switch, because the Switch gets everything cool. Yes, it is a tube amusement device. You have to buy it at Cirilla's. I don't know if you know what that is. We'll just pass by it. But yeah, according to Polygon and our good friend Chris Plant, they are going to be remaking the game in the style of Cruis'n America, which was an arcade favorite way back in the day, and it will be available for the Switch gaming console. You guys like Candy Crush? You ever think you could go pro at it? Well, if so, here's your chance. All you got to do is be level 25 or higher, and you suddenly get to play this esport. Not only that, it'll be hosted by reality TV personality and all-around great lady Khloe Kardashian, who will be commenting on the matches or commentating. Either way, we're just hoping she's like in some giant 4K studio where she breaks down every little bit. The tournament's going to begin on September 23rd, aka Thursday, and it's open to anyone. Like I said, if you've hit level 25 in iOS or Android, you could do it. And if you win, you get a year's supply of gold bars, which I hope is real and not like candy, because that would suck. Finally, Fortnite collaborates with fashion brand Balenciaga, who's selling some really, really overpriced stuff. You want a T-shirt? Too bad they don't sell it. But if you want a white hoodie that says Fortnite on it, you can have one for a mere $725. That's not good enough for you. Don't worry, you can get a hat for a mere $395. It's not $400, it's $395. Or if you want a jean jacket so you can rock it like the 80s, you can get that for a mere $1,290. So yeah, that's pretty rad. Or you can get a white t-shirt or a white sweatshirt and use a Sharpie to write on it. So nope, these are real dollars, Nintendo words, nerds, not V-Bucks, real cold hard cash. And amazingly, there's also some games out today. Those games include Kena, Bridge of Spirits on the PS4, 5, and PC, which we saw Sean playing last night, and we'll again be playing again tonight. Do you remember the 21st night of September when Sean played Kena, Bridge of Spirits? There'll be World War Z Aftermath on all the old generation consoles and your PC. Street Outlaw 2, Winner Take All, available for your all of the things. Shelter 2, only on your PC. Golf Peaks, still got that Xbox One. This one's for you. Guild of Ascension, available on the PC. Beyond Contact on the PC. Potion Craft, Alchemist Simulator, available on the PC. And in the most prestigious thing within another thing is The Name of the Morning, If on a Winter's Night, for Travelers, available for your PC.
4 as in 4.
4, F-O-U-R. Yeah, that's...
All right, chat, get your takeaways that were pretty okay. Get ready for it. It's coming up next after the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Here it is. It's the clip of the day.
So yeah, that's kind of an everyday thing. One thing that to this day I'm still actually proud that I did get away with, and to this day I still don't know how, was pretty early on in 2014 in Toronto. Somebody installed this giant Satan statue on an empty pedestal that somebody had already taken a statue from. It was just an empty pedestal in a park, and this giant Satan with a huge we'll say male anatomy part in its state of arousal. And I was like, I feel like you probably aren't gonna let me do this, but the editor that was in charge was like, no, it's great, it's fine. We'll just put a content warning on the image, so you have to click through to it. And I'm still proud, like, when people.
That's clip of the day. Sean put jousting rod in the chat when he said the thing about Satan's anatomy.
Yeah, I was like, don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud. Not the time. Don't say it.
Yeah.
Don't say it.
Ben did great. That was fun. Man, what a fun show. Takeaways that were pretty okay, chat, and then we're going to send you over to Red Drum 0171. This is going to be the recommendation of our 5 questions GMS guest, Master Jordy. And Jordy, can you tell us what to say? Because, you know, you're very good at that. All right, takeaways that were pretty okay. Mike, what'd you learn from today's show?
I've learned that it's very hard to find an article when you search with Toronto Satan statue erect.
Chris's takeaway that was pretty okay is that Ben Hooper is my hero. Also, no one knows the word Lance. Dungeons takeaway that's pretty okay. Ben Hooper is my hero. In fact, Ben's probably all of our heroes because in the Discord now, Ben is your hero. Quiet said, I regret saying that Mike took out the jousting rod for his golf club selection. Wonder why. I also like Chris and me saying Nintendo words, Backrolls new podcast. My takeaway that was pretty okay. Ben Hooper worked at a call center, much like Mike, Sean, and myself. And of course, Austin, as we learned in the Master Jordy 5 questions, because Master Jordy asked for where we all met. We were all at that same call center. Oh, you found the story?
There you go.
Will you throw it in the Discord too? That'd be great.
Yep.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Kimberly Palmer joins us from NerdWallet. We'll talk financial literacy and video games. We will also have Miss Theo with us tomorrow. Billy Thundergun Award went to Sports.Gaming for jousting rod, which was great. Scott Chick, thanks for the host on Twitch. Thank you also for Master Jordy hosting us as well. Sherry, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. And Jellybone, thank you again for the raid. For Mike, for Austin, for Sean, I'm Hefty Goof. Thanks for having fun with us. Great show. We'll see you tomorrow.